What's happening, everyone? Welcome to Chatman FPL Game Week 19 live. Woo! Brewdogs. Could be a messy one. Shout out as ever to FPL Tactician. This is getting a long fucking list now. I have to read them now. FPL Tactician, Simple Goal FPL, James Lapron, Ragtime Willie, Lordy Leroy, Motley Barnetts, FPL Panda, Talon Nadeem 90, FPL FOMO, CM Scout, FPL FF Scout _ Luke. Chris, why is my name not on there? Ah, yeah, it's up there with yours. And of course, our friend Chris, FPL captain, on the graphics again tonight. Everybody, very best of luck this game week. So let's start the funny bit, right? Because I'm gonna hide the chat for a minute because I don't know the team news, but I saw one tweet that said team news carnage. That's all I saw. So before I do go through the team news and look at it blind, first of all, my moves. I did a -4. I sold the postman, Alan Johnston, for Stephen McPhail, and I sold Alan Boxic for Mark Viduka, and I captained Mark Viduka. My scheduled starting 11 is Mark Crossley, Haridason, Dabizas, Hippier, midfield 4 of McPhail, Poyet, Klaus Jensen, and I'm going to forget one because I always fucking forget one, don't I? Who's my other player in midfield? Fucking state of me. David Beckham. That's 2 weeks in a row I forgot Becks. Midfield 4, McPhail, Poyet, Becks, Klaus Jensen. Up front, Viduka captain, Vice Van Nistelrooy, which I'm scared that he's about to become captain just because of that one tweet I saw. And Kevin Phillips. My subs in order are Steven Gerrard, Richard Rufus, and Alan Stubbs. Those are my substitutes. So let's see what's happening. I can't see the chat at the moment. I've put my face from the OBS network that we run over the chat, so I can't see it. So to be honest, if you want to type some mad shit in there about team news, feel free. But obviously, for those who perhaps don't know it, they might find it fun as it is. So we will start, obviously, at Highbury. Big game of the evening. Let's find the team news for that. Okay, we'll start obviously with Arsenal. So it's third against second tonight at Highbury. Arsene Wenger claiming in the week that 2 wins in these upcoming games against Manchester United and Middlesbrough will get them back in the title race. So Arsenal, noticeably no Robert Pires in that team. That's the only one really. Obviously Ashley Cole's back from suspension. Ray Parlour plays right midfield. Team is David Seaman. Oleg Luzny plays right back. Tony Adams and his mate who wears 23 at centre half. Ashley Cole, Ray Parlour, Albertini, Van Bronckhorst ticking off the midfield. Jeffers and Henry up front. On the bench for Arsenal, obviously Dennis Bergkamp drops back out of that team. Excuse me, he's on the bench with Lauren, Carnu, Freddie Lundberg. Richard Wright is a sub goalkeeper. I wasn't aware of an injury for Robert Pires, I have to say. Manchester United. Oh, that's interesting. Juan Sebastian Veron plays wide left midfield, so no Ryan Giggs. Obviously, Roy Keane suspended. Andy Cole is up front, but the majority of the players do return. 3 attacking arrows from United's midfield, which is not something we see often, especially in the wide positions. Arsenal certainly, United looking to dominate Arsenal in the number 10 position. I'll take you through why. It's Bartes in goal, back 4, Gary Neville, Laurent Blanc, Ronnie Johnson, Dennis Irwin. Midfield 4, right to left of Beckham, but Scholes, Veron. And Veron on the left. Beckham encouraged to attack from right midfield. Scholes, who's central, and Veron from left, both encouraged to attack into the central attacking midfield position. It's Cole and Van Nistelrooy up front. On the bench for United, Roy Carroll, Phil Neville, Dwight York, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Luke Chadwick. Don't know about Ryan Giggs. Can't give you word on that till I know. Right, off to Blackburn. They're at home today, so a more attacking formation for them. Includes Bent, Grabby and Janssen up front. They host Liverpool. Alan Kelly keeps his place in goal. It's a back 3 of Wetherill, Berg and Curtis. Wing backs of Graham Lasso, Jason McAteer really encouraged to push on. The central midfield 2 this week are David Dunn and Tugai. Means no place for Mark Hughes or Gary Flitcroft. Janssen plays in the 10 position. He can attack and push right up to Ben and Gray. On the bench for Blackburn, Friedel, Damien Duff, Bjornaby, Martin Taylor, Alan Mahon, Craig Hignett, another notable absentee from that Blackburn team. On to the Liverpool team. And my gamble not to start Steven Gerrard looks good. If I've got 11 starters here, he is amongst the substitutes for Liverpool. It's there's no Carragher, no Stefan Henshaw, obviously through suspension means Igor Biscan plays centre half. Liverpool are Dudek in goal, Hegem at right back, Biscan and Hippier centre half, Vignal at left back, no place for Jamie Carragher in the 16. Midfield 4 of Murphy, Redknapp, Smeetser, Barmby. 3 of those 4, Barmby, Smeetser, Murphy, all encouraged to attack. It's Heskey and Fowler up front again. Steven Gerrard is amongst the Liverpool substitutes with Chris Kirkland, Stephen Wright, John Miles, Daniel Sherland. The thing is, having Gerrard first sub now, I probably do need all the 11 starting. Right, off to the Valley, where I see Klaus Jensen is amongst the Charlton lineup. Sean Bartlett up front. I have seen someone that has captained him. I definitely came across that. It's Mark Fish centre half, not Danny Shittu. Charlton host Fulham this evening. Charlton are Dean Kiley in goal. Back 4 of Kishishev is in, not Luke Young. Rufus, Fish, Powell. Midfield 4, John Robinson is back in the team. It's Jensen, McAllister and Wilcox. And no place for Mark Kinsella or Graham Stewart. Graham Stewart is a substitute. Yule and Bartlett up front on the bench for Charlton. Ben Roberts, Andy Reid, Graham Stewart, Jonathan Johansson and Eddie Yowes. Charlton host Fulham. And our friend FPL Tactician called it absolutely spot on his Sunday night stream on the Championship Manager channel. Luis Boamorte plays left of midfield. It's Marley and Sahar up front. Steve Malbronk, as we knew, not back in the team. Obviously, this team was linked yesterday. But it is, of course, Boamorte in midfield. So it's Van der Sar in goal. Corrigan, Melville, Wadu, Makanespi still at left back in place of John Harley. Midfield 4, Stoicis, Legwinski, Clark, Boamorte, Sahar, Marley up front. No attacking arrows from any of that midfield 4 or the fullbacks. Malbronk is on the bench for Fulham with Barry Howes, Lucas Cornwall, Zach Knight and subkeeper Marcus Henneman. On to Stamford Bridge. Saw quite a few people were going against the Viduka grain of train of thought of captaincy and looking to take hits to get Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank in this week with 2 good home games to come. And he's not in the Chelsea team. I debated a -8 myself. I'm taking a -4. I did debate taking a -8 to get Hasselbank as well. And I came to the conclusion that he wouldn't play both of these home games. I did think he'd play tonight though. Hasselbank not in the Chelsea team. It is a 4-4-2. We will not talk about the manager. He will not get named at any point. It's Kudachini in goal. Marcel Desailly, who FF Scout Luke's highly recommended as probably the most nailed in this Chelsea side. Now they're at 4-4-2 and his attributes could come to the fore. Desailly plays centre half with Terry. It's Melchot right back, Babiaro left back. Petit and Lambard central midfield. Benito Carboni plays right midfield. And Budavine Zenden, one I think a few of us have got an eye on, plays wide left midfield. Zenden and Carboni are encouraged to get right up that touchline and support a front 2 of Gianfranco Zola and Ida Johnson. Hasselbank not even in the Chelsea 16. It's Bosnich, Morris, Gallus, Gronkiar, Stanic on the Chelsea bench. They host Aston Villa, who as we know are playing 4-4-2 regularly now under Kenny Dalglish. And there is a place for Gareth Barry in the Aston Villa lineup in place of the injured Alpine. Steve Stone continues to play right midfield. Balaban and Dublin maintain their places up front in place of Juan Pablo Engel, members of the Villa side who did not have a shot on goal against Arsenal in game week 18. It's Schmeichel in goal. Back 4 of Stephen Carr, Melberg, Barry, Alan Wright. Midfield 4 of Stone, Boateng, Merson, Hendry. Up front, Dublin and Balaban. Stone and Hendry playing the wide positions and are encouraged to get forward, not to the extent, admittedly, of Zenden and Carboni. The Villa bench is Enkelman, Hadji, Cashlow, Mark Delaney and Juan Pablo Angel. No sign of Lord Staunton. We'll go to Pride Park, where Derby County host Sunderland. We knew that Fabrizio Ravanelli would be out, and Georgie Kinclasley does play OOP as part of a split forward partnership with Malcolm Christie. Seth Johnson continues to play at right wing back, no Stefano Aranio. Daryl Powell plays left wing back to place in this lineup for Adam Murray. Jolyon Lescott amongst the starters for Derby County. They are 3-5-2. It's Poom in goal. Back three of Lescott, Carbonari and Elliott. Carbonari can step out. Wing backs are Daryl Powell on the left, Seth Johnson left footer on the right. Valakri, Burley and Murray central midfield. Kinclasley and Christie up front, the split forwards. Andy Oakes, Higginbottom, Blatsis, Brian O'Neill and Branko Strupar on the bench for Derby. They host Sunderland. Obviously, Emerson Tome has picked up an injury, and it means Chris Bart-Williams, who's been all over the shop very recently, plays at centre half in a 4-4-2 for Sunderland. They are Neil Sullivan in goal, Danny Mills right back, Michael Gray left back, Bart Williams and George McCartney, the centre halves, no place for Craddock or Varga, in spite of that absence for Emerson Tome. Craddock is amongst the substitutes. Midfield four is Gary Teal back in the team right midfield. McCann, Schwartz, Julio Arca plays left midfield. Arca and Teal can both get forward. Phillips and Sibon up front. On the bench for Sunderland, Sorensen, Medina, Leslandes, Jody Craddock and Paul Mayo. Really trying to make sure I don't miss out any games this time, because I know you lot will go mad if I miss out Ipswich Town. But first we'll go to Goodison Park and we'll look at the Everton team who host Middlesbrough. Straight away there's some unfamiliar names in midfield. I can say Alan Stubbs is not in the Everton 16. I think he's my last sub. Midfield three for Everton is Pembridge, Schumacher and Leon Osman. Schumacher and Leon Osman will both be youngsters, basically. So very interesting selection for Everton. Steve Watson is only a substitute as well. It's Simonson in goal. Back three without Stubbs is Unsworth, Xavier, Weir. Xavier can step out. The wing-backs are Naismith and Alexanderson, who can push forward. Midfield three are Pembridge, Schumacher, Osman, Radzinski and Moore are split forwards. On the bench for Everton, Miguel Alexio. How do you say that one? Miguel Alexo. Yeah, him. Sounds like somewhere you can get petrol or something. He's the sub goalkeeper. Edan Tell, Alec Cledden, Steve Watson, Danny Cadamartri. The Middlesbrough team. Dean Gordon is playing. Gordon's alive. He's back in that team. Noel Whelan plays central midfield. There is no Gareth Southgate in the Middlesbrough lineup. They are Crossley in goal. Back four of Stockdale, Ian Pearce, Eggiog and Fester. Stockdale and Fester can proceed forward from fullback. Johnston back on the right of midfield, where I think people want him. Greening and Whelan central midfield. Gordon left midfield. So no place for Dean Windass, the goal scorer against Newcastle. Boxic, Rickard up front. It's Schwarzer, Parnaby, Ocon, Boyce and Nemeth on the bench for the boys from the Riverside. We will go next to Filbert Street, where Leicester City host the great entertainers Tottenham Hotspur. There is no place in the Leicester lineup straight away I can see for James Scowcroft. He's not in the Leicester 16. No place in that 16. Joby McAnuff is a substitute. I believe this is the final game of Matt Elliott's suspension. There is also no place for Gary Rowett in the Leicester side. So encouragement, I think, for Tottenham. Ian Walker is back in goal. It's Frank Sinclair at right back. Damien Delaney left back. Taggart and Matt Heath at centre half. The two fullbacks can attack as well. Robbie Savage plays right midfield. Andy Impey left midfield. Dennis Wise is back in the Leicester lineup. Muzzy Izzet can push forward from midfield. Dean Sturridge is joined up front by Adi Akinbaye. On the bench for Leicester, Flowers, Gunlagsson, McAnuff, Benjamin Jones. The Spurs lineup has Stefan Selakovic playing in central midfield. It's back to two up front for Spurs. Everson starts. Otherwise, roughly what you'd expect. It's Everson in for Simon Davis, who had a good little run, but is now out of the Spurs 16. It's Keller in goal. Benjevich, Perry, Richards at centre half. Richards obviously back to full fitness. Anderton and Ziga, the wing backs, can fly on forward. Poyet central midfield with Selakovic. Selakovic can push into the attacking midfield position, from where Teddy Sheringham can join in with the front two of Sergei Rebrov and Stefan Everson. On the bench for Spurs, sub-keeper Tota, Andy Rushbury, Ben Thatcher, Richard Johnson, Ledley King. No attacking substitutes on the bench for Spurs, but then I think they've got enough on the pitch. To St James's Park, where Newcastle host Ipswich. And I might have lost my mind because I have genuinely chosen to start Nikos Dabizas. He does play. Warren Barton is back up right back, and he's actually performing quite well, quite quietly when he does play. Olivier Bernard plays left midfield, left back, which means Robbie Elliott plays left midfield. Kieran Dyer is back for Newcastle, plays right midfield. Newcastle are Shay Given in goal, fullbacks who can push on of Bernard and Barton, Marcelino and Dabizas, the centre halves. Kieran Dyer, Mercedes, Sapunsis, Elliott, the midfield four. Craig Bellamy, Cole Court up front. Newcastle have not scored in the last 4 game weeks, losing all of them 1-0. Now find themselves 19th in the table. On the bench for them, Otto Fredrickson, Andy O'Brien, Gary Speed, Shola Amiyubi, and Dalapo Aloy. Their opponents, Ipswich Town, are without Jamie Clapham. There's no placing for Thomas Godso either. No Jason Kumas in the Ipswich lineup or Jermaine Wright. It's Matteo Sereni in goal. Flat back 5. Right to left of Chris Makin. Don't panic, Tarico's playing left back, alright? Chris Makin on the right. McGrill, Bramble, Hariderson and Tarico at left back. Vanidi George wide on the right of midfield. Matt Holland centre midfield. Martin Reusser left midfield. Alan Armstrong and Pablo as the forwards who are asked to drop in defensively. We've seen this formation a few times from Ipswich, quite defensive away from home. It's one of the reasons I've taken the punt to give Dabizas that start this game week. 2 games to go with about 6 minutes to kick off. Doesn't seem too bad so far. We go to Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but we go to St Mary's, where I guess this is potentially the big news with the Leeds United lineup. We'll start with Southampton. Oh, my goodness. Please play Viduka. Benali and Monk both play again, with Lundikvam, Rory Delap is at right back. No Dan Petrescu in the Southampton lineup. No Kevin Davis or Marian Pahars. There is a place up front for Danny Ferreira Rodriguez with James Beattie. Sorry, apologies. Marian Pahars does play. Plays wide on the left of midfield. Anders Svensson, Troll, is injured. Saints are Paul Jones, back 4 of Delap, Lundikvam, Monk, Bernardi. Please play for Duca. Right midfield, Tessum. Left midfield, Pahars. Those two can push right up as well in support of the front two. In midfield, it's Mark Draper and Paul Murray. Beattie's joined up front by Danny Ferreira Rodriguez. On the bench for Saints, Neil Moss, Matt Oakley, Brett Pope, Richard Jones and Scott McDonald. The Leeds lineup. Viduka plays, Keane plays, Kuehl plays, McPhail plays, Hart plays. The majority are playing. There's a place on the right of midfield for Alan Mabry, and there's also a start for David Batty. But I think most people have gone in on Leeds assets. Your players start. Nigel Martin in goal, back 4 of Gary Kelly, Radaby, Ferdinand and Hart. 2 fullbacks encouraged to push on. The midfield 4 for Leeds, right to left, is Mabry, Batty, McPhail, Kuehl. Robbie Keane in the attacking midfield position can attack and push on and join Mark Viduka. On the bench for Leeds, Robinson, Smith, Bridges, Matteo and DeCourt. And finally, to Upton Park, where West Ham host Bolton Wanderers. There is no place in the West Ham 16 for Joe Cole, choice in my head-to-head with the scout this week. So You can take that one, mate. I don't know who you picked, but it's yours, I suppose. It's in the bank. My guy's not in the 16. Big blow that. I know our friend Heskibo was potentially looking at Joe Cole with 2 attractive home fixtures coming up. Massive blow if he went for him. There's a start for Steve Lomas. West Ham's lineup is Shaka Hislop in goal. Back 4 of Schemmel. Rick Penn, who made that substitute appearance and got sent off against Liverpool a few weeks back. Thomas Repka, Scott Minto. The 2 fullbacks, Minto and Schemmel, can push on. The midfield 4 is Sinclair, Lomas, Hutchison, Kamara. It's Di Canio and Canute up front. On the bench for West Ham, Forrest, Phelan, Defoe, Breckin, Todorov. And for Bolton, Per Franson plays in the attacking midfield position. Paul Warhurst does start again, but does play at centre half. It's the usual 3-4-1-2 for Bolton. Jaskalainen in goal. Back 3 of Hendry, Warhurst, Cooper. Maddison and Charlton are your wing-backs tonight. Rob Lee and Kevin Nolan continue their central midfield partnership. It's Per Franson attacking midfield. Rodney Wallace and Henrik Pedersen up front. Means no place for Michael Ricketts, who's only a substitute. With, subkeeper Steve Banks, Bo Hanson, Bruno Ngotti, Jibril Diawara. I can't remember if I said the West Ham subs or not, but if I didn't, Forrest, Phelan, Defoe, Breckin, Todorov. That's the team news. So it looks like I have 11 starters, which are, for those joining in late, I am Crossley in goal. Back 3 of Dabizas, Hippier and Haridason. Midfield 4 of McPhail, Poyet, Beckham, Klaus Jensen. Captain Mark Viduka, Vice-Captain Van Nistelrooy and Kevin Phillips. And my decision to leave Steven Gerrard on the bench looks like a touch. No Alan Stubbs was my 3rd sub. Richard Rufus is my 2nd sub. Brave leaving him out, I guess, at home to Fulham. I have some stats in from FPL Captain. 2 minutes till kickoff. And I'll take you through some of them now. Captaincy in the top 300 is 61% for Mark Viduka. 34% captaincy overall. 61% of the top 300 of Captain Mark Viduka, and must be rubbing their hands together playing up against Monk and Benali. By the way the teams are lined up, it's Viduka up against Monk rather than up against Lundikvarm. It's Keane attacking into Lundikvarm's position. That's how I'd read that. Luke Disable, if I'm wrong, get in the chat and tell me. By the way, don't forget, once I'm finished at 10 o'clock, get straight to the Championship Manager YouTube account and you can join in with Luke tonight on that channel. Ruud van Nistelrooy, captained by 12% in the top 300. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank by 4%. Where are your vice-captaincy JFH owners? Selakovic, 3% the top 300. Christian Besaidis, 2%. So too Henrik Pedersen, Boa Morte and Joe Cole, as was said. Wow, 2% the top 300. Captain Joe Cole also doesn't play. There is also 1% captaincy on some players you might not have heard before. Some of them you will do. Rebroff is low, 1% away to Leicester. I'm surprised it's that low. Canute, Sturridge, Wilcox, Robbie Keane, Sahar, Henri, just 1%. Fowler, Scowcroft, who doesn't play, Ian Hart and Malcolm Christie all have 1% captaincy in the top 300. That's nothing in the top 300 for Veron or Alan Johnston or Kevin Phillips, who have a little bit of overall captaincy, but not in the top 300. We are underway, by the way. You can see the clock is ticking. Let's get on to some ownership numbers. Ruud van Nistelrooy's ownership, top 300, 91%. Johnston, 75%. Viduka now, 74%. Selakovic, 68%. Festa, Hart and Blanc, 50% or above as well. I mean, that is template stuff now. Haridason, 49%. McPhail, 46%. David Seaman, 43%. Ownership between 30 and 40% in the top 300. Tarico, Stolzers, Biscan, Staunton, Veron, Gordon, Boxic, and those between 20 and 30%. Beckham, Sturridge, Boa-Morte, Keller, and Kylie. 26% of you in the top 300 own fucking Casey Keller. You're all nuts. 5 most transferred in. My God, look at that for Mark Viduka. 555 net transfers in. He's gained 41%. in ownership. Ian Hart has 263 new owners. Stephen McPhail, 195. I think those were always likely to be the top three. There will be people out there who have taken hits to get all three of them now. Christian Mercedes, 81 new owners. Joe Cole, 5th most bought in this week, 69. 5 most sold. Rebroff has lost 366 owners, 27% of his ownership. That will be to fund Viduka. Boxic has lost 128. Sylvester, 103. Beckham, 77. And 60 have sold Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy's ownership down 4%. Woodwork's been hit at Pride Park. Derby very close to a perfect start. Murray finds Burley and he opens up space for a shot in the box, which bounces off the inside of the post. So close. And some chip usage. 63 players have played their wild card. If you haven't used your first wild card, tough. You're out. Second half of the season starts next Wednesday, game week 20. I think it's going to be Wednesday anyway. They ain't told me yet. 1 bench boost has been played and 3 free hits have been activated. No treble captains anywhere this evening. Not too surprising with Arsenal playing Manchester United, Middlesbrough away and the likes. And for those who just joined in, very best of luck. I shall now bring the chat back into my line of view and start chatting with people. Woodwork's been hit at Highbury. Thierry Henry so close to an early breakthrough here. He goes on a lovely run before striking a thunderous effort, which bounces back off the underside of the crossbar, an early sign of intent by the Gunners. Yeah, good luck, people. Oh, fuck it, let's have a good one. Oh dear, brutally thirsty. Forgot what I was going to say now. Gone completely. I don't know. Oh yeah, graphics tonight. Nothing new or additional, but particularly for those who are starting in game week 20, may I get your eye at some point, bottom right hand corner, to the next 4 fixtures. They are important. At some point tonight, look through them, and then I think you will understand why people are battered into Leeds. First goal of the evening is in at St James's Park. Certainly a clean sheet wipeout for me with Dabizas and Haridason, but I knew it wasn't going to be 0-0. Goal scorer is Craig Bellamy for Newcastle. Assist goes to Olivier Bernard. No clean sheet for Ipswich tonight. Bellamy the scorer, Bernard the assist. I felt like I bullied myself into playing Bernard. Not because I fancied them tonight, but obviously Newcastle scoreless in 4. I would have hated myself if Haridason kept a clean sheet tonight and didn't play him. So, accept that. Realise so many others will be in the same position. What's this pep talk says? Van Bronckhorst sent off on the graphics. I'm not aware of that. I've just lost my tweet deck as well. What a pain. Get that back. We haven't had a red card at Highbury, have we? No, but we have had an early goal at Pride Park. And for the 1% in the top 300 who have captained Malcolm Christie, you have been rewarded early. Christie the scorer. Assist goes to Simo Balakri. Oh, excuse me. I am not aware of any red cards anywhere yet. I'm sure there will be. On that, anybody sent off today would miss the blank game week of 22 should their side play. If they're not playing, then they're likely to miss the first game of double game week 23. Should, of course, there be doubles. But at the moment, 6 teams are scheduled to double in game week 23. Those are Derby, Leeds, Tottenham, Liverpool, Newcastle and Arsenal. After game week 21, we will know for certain if those doubles take place or not. Basically, if any of those teams draw in the FA Cup third round, the second part of those doubles is off. Another clean sheet gone for myself. Liverpool are behind at Ewood Park. Goal scorer who regularly provides in home games for Blackburn Rovers. No, it's not Corrado Grabby. It is the Turkish delight. 2Guy has given Blackburn Rovers the lead against Liverpool. No assist there. 2Guy the goal scorer. No assist. Which means for my defenders, I'm all out already. Except for Davizas. Imagine. State of that. That Viduka captaincy ownership is rather disappointing, I must say. I know I'd said at the weekend that it was definitely my plan. And then I think Andy Martin just fucking killed it Sunday night. Then, bang, everybody was going to do it then. Andy, you should just lied, mate. You should have just lied. I might start lying. Yeah, sorry, there is one more clean sheet I could have had today, and that was for Middlesbrough, my goalkeeper, Mark Crossley. That's gone as well. Everton are ahead against the league leaders. Mark Pembridge is the goal scorer. Assist goes to Joe Max Moore. Everton lead Middlesbrough by 1-0. Fuck me, this is going well. I'm losing points by the minute here. 7 minutes gone. 3 of my 4 clean sheets bust. Pembridge the scorer, Moore with the assist. I suspect, however, with Ipswich and Middlesbrough already scoring, I won't be the only one in that position. Gary Smith. I'll read yours out as the first comment in the chat following Pep Talks. Ditch 2 guy, good lad. And Pep Talks says, your captain has corrected the red card graphic. I didn't see it because I had everything covered up. So, yeah, 4 goals already inside 8 minutes. And as per usual, they've all gone to home teams. The biggest trick if you're looking for an away clean sheet is get through the start of the game, I think. We haven't had any information on those goals yet. But before we do, substitution at Filbert Street. Huge blow for Spurs here. Dean Richards is down and in a lot of pain after stretching for a tackle. He needs to stretch and is replaced by Ledley King. Looks like a groin issue and a serious one at that. Look, it might be a blow for the game, but it's Ledders, man. He's the king. It's called the king. On the Malcolm Christie goal for Derby County. Now Derby do lead, having hit the bar early on. Simo Valakri, who's had a quiet few weeks after a great start to the season, plays a defence-splitting pass for Christie. He's in a great position. He has to score, and he does. And on the Bellamy goal at St James's Park, great play by Olivier Bernard as he steams down the flank before picking out Craig Bellamy in space with a low ball. And he hits a savage right-footed finish past Sereni as an ex-Norwich player. God, double tweets. What's going on here? As an ex-Norwich player, he'll relish that. Crucial goal for Newcastle. I'm sure FPL Badger, our Norwich correspondent, will relish that goal as well. On the Mark Pembridge goal, the league leaders are behind early. Joe Max Moore puts in a low cross from the right. Pembridge has all sorts of room. He traps the ball and then hits a hard finish past Crossley, who was well out of position. How's Borough's character? Question. And on the 2-guy goal, Blackburn lead. Janssen sees his free kick deflect off the wall as far as Marcus Bent. His shot is saved by Dudek, but the pole can only power it, and it comes back to 2-guy, who hits it low past the Liverpool stopper. That's us up to date as we approach the 10-minute mark. Liam H. Fuck my life. Just checked my team and I captained David Seaman instead of benching him. Well, at this stage, mate, I wish I'd played David Seaman instead of Mark Crossley. I mean, should you ever play a goalkeeper away from home rather than a home goalkeeper? I don't know. Everton can be very indifferent. Fuck me. 2 guys gone mental. Blackburn lead 2-0. 2 guys scored again. Sorry, Gary Smith. Corrado Grabby has the assist as well this time. It's Blackburn 2, Liverpool 0. 10 minutes gone at Ewood Park. And 2 guy has them both. Corrado Grabby with the assist for his second. Bloody hell. Yeah. It's a bit like the same thing, isn't it? I picked Crossley away from home ahead of Seaman, and I picked Hippie away from home over Richard Rufus. They looked like mistakes, but then leaving Gerrard out looked like a banging choice. So, yeah, win some, lose some. I just felt my decision on Gerrard, by the way. 90% fitness. He was either going to miss this game or the next game in 3 days, one or the other. That's how it felt to me. So, didn't fancy him particularly returning at Blackburn tonight anyway. So I thought, yeah, do you know what? I like what I've got in the others. I'll go for it. FPL Panic lives up to his name. Evening all, no Viduka crew member here. Well, this is a surprise, says the commentary at Ewood Park. 2-guy adds his second of the night. He makes a late run into the box. I don't know who the goal scorer is at Stamford Bridge. FPL captain knows way more than me. Well, this is a surprise. 2-guy adds the second of the night. He makes a late run into the box, which Grabby, who had come wide, spots and picks out. 2-guy lets it fall and then volleys past Dudek. Liverpool aren't prolific. Can they find 3? Question. If there's a goal at Stamford Bridge, I'm not aware of it, guys. It could be that the video printer's on crack tonight. Yeah, Pep took saying always pick the home players. Just look at the goals already. Gary Smith's this shit, really. Yeah, 2 guys scored twice, fam. FPL Bricky says, come on, Zola, this is your moment, sunshine. Bricky, tell everyone in the chat how good our podcast on Luton Town yesterday was. Big it up, pal. Andrew Martin, you are a grabby bandwagon incoming question. Stop it, mate. No one's ever going back there. Pete Squires, can't trust Liverpool. No, you can't. Ida Johnson has scored for Chelsea. I didn't have the notification of that for some reason. Johnson the scorer and Marcel Desailly is the assister. If you followed Luke's advice and got Chelsea defensive in, you might be on the right route here. And Johnson is the scorer. I'm pretty sure that might have been Rob Pick's pick in my head-to-head with me. Well done, Rob. You've got this one in the bag. Even a red card won't kill you now. Johnson goal, Desailly assist. Desailly plays a lovely sweeper role here, advancing with the ball out of defence before playing an incisive pass for Johnson in fantastic position, and the Icelander slots past Schmeichel coolly. Dominant start by the Blues. So yes, Chelsea do lead through that Johnson goal. The video printer was not on crack. It was my tweet deck that is far from on crack. Hasselbank owners. How you feeling? Ash, Scouters, Johnson versus you. Yeah, I just said that. Well done. Woodwork's been hit at Filbert Street. Spurs so close to a breakthrough. Redbroth chips the ball into the box for Sheringham. Using his body to hold off the defender, Sheringham nods it back to Redbroth, who followed his pass. And the Ukrainian hits a fine strike off the crossbar. Yeah, Rob's in the chat. You've got that one, mate. You can't lose from there, mate. You genuinely, well, you could. Couple of own goals and a red card. But I think you'd be all right, mate. What's that? 11-8. I'm still winning. I feel like I ain't won for a month. Which is scheme brought Desailly in. Well done. Pirlo's pen. Come on, Selakovic, my vice captain because of that. Bastard. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Clean sheet wipeout. Well, at least Ida is my website captain. I could have taken a hit for Hasselbank as well, generally. But like I said, I just come to the conclusion he wasn't going to play both these home games. You got Hasselbank, Johnson, Zola, Forsell, Leon Knight's been playing. I don't personally know if Carbone can play that position as well. And with these games in short proximity, that was a lock on that there was going to be some rotation there for Chelsea. Just can't trust them. I kind of agree with what Luke said. If you're going to go, just go Desailly or even the keeper. Well, that's a bit expensive for a side that's not keeping clean sheets. But yeah, can't trust them. Can't trust them. You can say, oh yeah, 2 great home games. How many of them players are going to play both? Not many, I don't think. Pete Squires is surprised anyone has gone Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank after that double game week catastrophe a few weeks back. I'm not surprised. I genuinely thought about it as well, Pete. I think it was just a look past the what's it. I mean, look, if you're 7th pre-game, if Hasselbank plays, and bearing in mind they've got another home game. Take me, I've got Phillips away to Derby now, and they've got Liverpool away next. And Hasselbank has 2 home games in a row. Obviously, not knowing whether we play or not. I'm looking at it and going, will Hasselbank score more than Phillips in those 2 games, but by 5 or more? And I'm thinking to myself, well, if he starts them both, then yes. But I'm also thinking he might not. So that's what made me think that. Bradley Parker says, how was the pasta, James? It was nice, yeah. It was also nice watching my son throw a lot of it on the floor. But there you go. That's what happens when you got an 18-month-old. We forced him a little bit. It's all right. He's okay. I think the wife's taking the handcuffs off him by now. Heavy Finger 7 says, let's try to hit the button before James has to mention it this time. Wow. That's it. Let's have a look at the old YouTube. How many likes this video got? Excuse me. Let's come and stalk you lot. YouTube. Planet FPL. That's a good crowd of you in tonight. Fair game. 38 likes, that it? Shit, innit? Really, let's be honest. Update from Highbury. That was quite a start across our games, and it's nice to have a chance to breathe for a minute. A little low in action at Highbury too. Although Ronnie Johnson just had a chance from a David Beckham free kick, he missed the target when he might have done better. Don't worry, I'll check YouTube again in a minute to see how many you've bumped it up. As Suj always says, you know, if you're enjoying yourself, don't forget to hit the thumb, hit the like. Someone please explain to Gary Smith how to press the like button. Someone give him a description or something. DM the fam. Disabled says, up top it's usually Jimmy +1, but even he drops on occasion. In short, I think the safest play is Desai, as it was previously. Luke knows the game inside out. Don't forget, for those joining late, as soon as I'm finished at about 10 o'clock, jump over to the Championship Manager YouTube channel and you will get extra time. I think that's what you should call it, guys, with Luke Disable. If you steal that, it's trademarked and I want my fee, by the way. Cheers, late riser. I won't look. Martin Garrick Sahar, there's the 30-second delay taking effect on the like count. Yeah, it's true. Cheers, guys. Peter Barrett. Captain Pedersen's a differential versus West Ham. Didn't seem like much to lose with Arsenal United playing each other. I don't hate that move, mate. I'd have liked it a lot more if Bolton had been at home to West Ham. Yeah, cheers for the love, guys. I hate all that self-promotion shit, but I might do some more at half-time. Gary Smith says he's already liked before I said, yes, Gary, you're a star. I'm glad you worked out how to do it now. Tim Lum says, why does the stream title say Planet DPL? That's misspelling. I'll have to go and edit that afterwards. Goal at Ewood Park. Blackburn's clean sheet is gone. Goal scorer for Liverpool is Jamie Redknapp. And the assister is Vladimir Smica. Liverpool back in the game at Ewood Park. And the first goal scorer is away from home in this game week with 18 minutes gone. Jamie Redknapp, the goal scorer, will be owned by next to nobody. Cue someone saying pointless goal. Any Smica owners out there? Shouldn't think there's many. Andrew Martin saying after party with Disable. Alright, he can have that one. I think I like Champman FPL extra time personally, but it's your channel, guys. Do what you like with it. Ask Suj. Suj is in the chat. He's not, but just drink responsibly, kids. Colm, think it's supposed to be Planet DHL as James continues to wait for his delivery. I still haven't got that fucking beer nuts delivery, I swear. It's been 2 fucking weeks. Deadlock's been broken at St Mary's. Southampton have the lead. Goal scorer is James Beattie and the assister is Mark Draper. And those who didn't gamble on Ian Hart have a sigh of relief. But bear in mind there are 70 minutes to go and Ian Hart can score at any time in any game. As I see Ash says, Hart, captain here. Patrick Dawson says, I once went out with a mispelling. Not really. All right, mate. Gary Smith. Smeets is in his web team. You'd love your web. Your web team kills it every week, Gary. What about your proper team? Remember, guys, this week, website. It's got to be website. I would explain what was going to happen, but I asked the guys to clarify something, and James Lapron sent me about 8 messages back, and I love you, James. You're the don, man. Round of applause for James. But I didn't understand a fucking word you said, mate. So I feel like if I give the message out now, I'm just going to confuse people more. That's how I feel. So, Mr. Martin, if you want to slide back into the old DM and tell me what I should be telling the guys, please do. I love you, James. You're a superstar. And them sheets, man, little place in our heart for them. We're going to miss them, mate. Brilliant stuff. Although I'm glad that I no more have to do that bit. When you want to sign someone like Jason Kumas, oh my God. Trying to get Jason Kumas into my team must have been a sign, right? It took me hours. Right to the bottom. And if you was doing it, a lot of people was on it, cut you off about halfway. Miss them things though, mate. Brilliant. You're our hero. You're all heroes. Chaos is going to miss the sheets. Iconic. On the Redknapp goal, well, Liverpool have one back at least. Smeets with good work down the left as he beats a man before firing a low, hard ball, which Redknapp runs onto. Stop doing that. Put a minute between your tweets. And slots low past Kelly. Lots of goals for central midfielders here. Moving on to James Beattie's goal, a forward for Southampton. Leeds have been on top with McPhail going especially close. But the Saints lead. Tesson puts in a fine near post cross. Draper knocks it onto Beattie and he is left with a simple chance which he doesn't waste. Saints look to defend now. Best thing they can do is keep going forward. Oh no. Harbour Boy says, I can't remember what clean sheets look like. Yeah, join the club. Join the club. Just interested to know, actually, just for people in the chat. Forget the goalkeepers, Seaman and Bartes. I think it's slightly different. But if you started Arsenal or Manchester United defensive players this game week, just let us know in the chat. I'm interested to see if people left out the Blancs and the like tonight. I'm interested because I think any other fixture other than Arsenal away, you would play the likes of Blanc. So I'm just interested to know what people might have done with that. FPL Chancellor says, I'll miss the heart stopping invalid warnings when swapping my bench around. Andy Martin says, don't panic or worry, people. Give it a couple of days and we will guide all of you through. No man left behind. Yeah, when I go on the Championship Manager stream on Sunday night, it won't be me doing the explaining. We'll leave that bit to James. I don't want to confuse anyone now, Andy, because I feel I'm a little bit confused myself. But as far as I'm concerned, just... Suj is in the chat. He really is this time. I feel you just get on the website after this game week and start putting your team in manually. That's what I think. To what it really should be. Obviously, wait for the update on the website. I'm still going to update the sheet as well, unless you tell me not to. Just a personal. Oh, my goodness. Substitution at Highbury. Big blow here for United as David Beckham limps off the pitch injured. Luke Chadwick is his replacement. A significant downgrade, you'd have to say, with the greatest of respect. Can you lot in the media stop bashing Luke Chadwick? I mean, get off him, man. Oleg Luzny has been booked for Arsenal. Just see a few in the chat. Saying Feely M2 left Blanc out. Ash saying Blanc starts for me. Alex Turner sold Blanc. Alex Type Blanc started for me. Gary Shepherd Blanc playing. Mac Blanc benched. Pep Talk dropped Blanc to the bench. So a bit of a mixed bag. There are more comments as well. Thank you for those, guys. Looks like a mixed bag in terms of starting him, benching him. But yeah, to clarify that big news there from Highbury, David Beckham off injured. I saw a few had sold him this week. My thinking on that, let's stop that. Front two combined at St Mary's. Robbie Keane is the goal scorer. Assist for Mark Viduka. Keane the scorer, Viduka the assist. I wonder if Robbie Keane wasn't on 4 yellow cards, if there'd have been a bigger gamble and a bigger split with Viduka owners to go for Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane 1 yellow card away from a 1-match suspension. He's the scorer. Mark Viduka, most captain this game week, has an attacking return. It is an assist. My thinking on Beckham coming up was, what is it, Charlton away, someone else, Ipswich at home. If I look at the screen now, it'll fucking tell me, wouldn't it? Oh, I've missed it. But yeah, good fixtures coming up for United, so I was going to suffer it this week. The reason for selling Johnston, which I didn't explain, by the way, is quite simple, actually. My intention had been to sell Gus Poyet. And when I looked at it more, I came to the conclusion that I think Poyet can outscore Johnston between now and the end of game week 23. However, had I known Selakovic was going to go back into central midfield with Poyet and then go 2 up front again, I probably would have gone with Poyet still. So that's a developing one to watch on with Spurs. Yeah, I decided with Spurs doubling in 23 and playing against even some difficult away games, playing against some weak sides, whereas Johnston, see, my worry with Johnston as well is a little bit like what just happened with Man United. He hasn't had a break. So they play Arsenal away next, then West Ham at home. And it's 3 days. So he almost definitely plays at Arsenal, doesn't he? Does he then miss out against West Ham? That was part of my thinking. And then obviously they blank in 22 and don't double in 23. So that was part of the decision making, is that I might end up with Johnson sitting in my team for 4 game weeks and I might not get a lot more than Arsenal away, and I think it's Derby away. Spurs are behind at Filbert Street. James Scowcroft is not playing. His replacement, Adi Akinbaye, is the goal scorer. Andy Impey with the assist. Akinbaye, the goal scorer for Leicester. Andy Impey with the assist. Leicester lead Tottenham 1-0, 26 minutes gone at Filbert Street. Boo. Yeah, Spurs have collapsed. What's Man United next? Charlton away, Derby at home, Ipswich at home. Then Liverpool away in 23 when I'd have certainly been looking to move Beckham on most likely. That was part of the thinking, but obviously if he's going to be out for a while, he'll be coming out quick. Remember, 3 days, like I said. So if he's out for 2 weeks, he's missing 4 game weeks, mate. So you need to be aware of that sort of thing. Suj James said, what did I miss in the first 30 minutes? I got 101 likes on this video. Did James take his cap off? Nah, blood. I just asked him to like it just before you got here. And 30 minutes. Where have you been here, mate? I've been going for about 50. On the Akinbaye goal, his first goal of the season on his first start. Spurs missing Dean Richards already, possibly. As the big forward, I ain't reading that out, gets on the end of Impey's cross to outstretch the defender, rise high and head past Keller. Poyet has been booked for Spurs. Inevitable. Yes, Akinbaye, let's say, out-jumped Ledley King on the goal. Gus Poyet has been booked for Spurs. That's hilarious. Addy panic buy. Saw it out, Spurs, says Pete Squires. Andrew Martin says Impey's going under the radar. Stop it, mate. You're the worst troll. Do you know what? If we didn't know you, we'd just block you, mate. Bradley's happy with first return captain Viduka. I'm sure there was a lot happy with that. Oh, God, it's all going off at Highbury. Second change of the night for the away team, but this one looks tactical. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer enters the fray, replacing Paul Scholes. Arsenal definitely on top here. Bartes has made a couple of fine stops. Laurent Blanc and Demetrio Albertini have also both been booked. Okay, interesting. So, I mean, Solskjaer just played wide, no? He was getting to that period in real life where he started to play wide occasionally. Disabled, if you're still about, let us know. Is that something that can happen, Solskjaer playing wide? I would have thought that rather than a 4-3-3 with Chadwick, playing central. Doesn't seem to make sense, that. I don't know. I would have thought it's just Solskjaer goes wide. Thinking there to get Varane back in central. Pep took his point, red card incoming, probably. Boys in the net again at Goodison Park. It has been disallowed. Everton close to a second. Schumacher plays in Radzinski and he shoots across Crossley to score, but he's flagged offside. Johnston and Rickard have both seen efforts saved, while Osman and Xavier have also gone close. It's a good game. So positive signs there, perhaps for Middlesbrough, in spite of the fact they could have been 2-0 down. FPL Chancellor says, Spurs ruining my Xmas. Sorry. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy Boxing Day. So I'm a bit of a Scrooge. By the way, Andy and Dave, how did you get through that stream in jumpers Sunday night? Fair fucks. The bit when Dave's missus walked in, he's like, yeah, just talking to a mate. I reckon she was there going, the fuck are you sitting there in a Christmas jumper for? That's what I had in my head. Oh, gosh. Brilliant. Love it. If you're in the chat tonight, Dave, hello, pal. Raw Jarston said Solskjaer played left inside forward sometimes. Okay. Petuk says releases for Ron. Optimus believes an Arsenal goal is coming for sure. Thanks for jinxing that. Hassan Kala thinks Ollie left wing makes sense. Cal says 30-pointer incoming, lads. I suppose too many of the well-owned have returned so far, but 2/3 of the game have just got their captain return basically, haven't they? So, but won't be too many others so far that have returned. You're looking at Keane, Viduka, the scorers of the other goals. A little bit of Malcolm Christie knocking about. I'm sure there'll be a little bit for Good Johnson as well. But yeah, not many returners so far, and you can't count the clean sheets yet. I think that, judging by the laughing emojis, might make the highlight reel. Excuse me. Xmas hangover here. Kylie has made a decent save from Marley and an excellent one from Sahar. But other than that, there's nothing to report here apart from a booking for Andy Melville. ITV will put this on the Premiership tonight. Put this last on the Premiership tonight if they keep this up. Damn, should have played Richard Rufus. Andy Martin said he couldn't take the jumper off because he was drenched underneath. All right, mate. Was all that looking at Dave, was it? Made you a bit wet. Luke Vestig says you have to wonder about our mental health sometimes. Yes, we must all worry about each other's mental health. No jokes. Cheers, late riser niece. FPL Woody Back started laughing at the Xmas jumpers and the missus turned around and just stared at me. It's not that easy to explain, to be honest. Yeah, as Ferrell says, these boys have thought of every detail for this game. 100% effort. Lockdown lifesavers. Cheers, guys. Oh no, it started. Edward Healy, Malcolm Christmas tree. Oh dear. Mark Dorney's not got any poxy clean sheets. I have. I'm not talking about it yet. It's 32 minutes gone. Andrew's giving applause for these stupid Christmas puns. Go on then. There's not many goals at the moment. Fire up with your best Christmas players. They've got to be playing in this game. None of this stuff in the future. Optimus Prime is asking for presents from Santa. It's a bit fucking late. It's Boxing Day, mate. He came round yesterday. He wants a goal from Captain Besadas. Merry Christmas. Late Razor says I sense the James versus Andrew Martin second half of the season draft war. Yeah, I'll bring that on, but he's only allowed a dead team, isn't he? Oh, Brian Davis, Jason Yule. Yeah. We'll have that one. Yeah, you spelled it wrong, Brendan, but I got the point. At Upton Park, I'm not sure if we've been yet. These lot also look like they've had one too many mince pies. It's poor stuff. Canute and Wallace have been most involved, but neither side has come really close to scoring. That said, Kamara has just seen a decent effort. Well saved by Jaska Leinen. Rory says Gary Gimpy. Do you know what? If I didn't like you, mate, I'd just tell everyone to mute you. Andy North, surely my team name gets in now. Felix Dabizas. If you are, mate, good luck to you. Carl Coots says James Snowcroft. Yeah, that's more the FPL Badger says Santa Cruz. And he's not in this game, mate. FPL Cobbler. Nope, only one clean sheet left now. That's Blanc. Harbour Boy goes simple. Noel Whelan. Ash. Titus Bauble, of course. Andrew Martin. Thomas Gold. Frankincense. And Mira. Edward Healy's walking in a moto wonderland. I'm not having that one. Pete Squires, it's okay to not be okay unless Uriah Rennie's around. He'll probably red card you. That's also true. Harbour Boy says Rudolph Van Nistelrooy. Quite like that. FPL Fells says Dennis Wiseman. James Street, Paul Mince Pies. You can have that, yeah. Paul Mince Pies. Martin Garrix, Juan Pablo Angel. You got to say Angel, really, haven't you? Gary Robinson says Holly Gunnar Solskjaer. Makuku FPL, Santa Claus Jensen, going coming. Klaus Jensen, yeah. Santa Claus Jensen. Gary Smith says Rufus playing. Yeah, I wish he wasn't, mate. Hey, Bingham, Gianluca Festive. Goal at Pride Park. Derby have a second. Craig Burley, he of pre-season king, who I feel the necessity to say that every time he scores, has put Derby 2 up. Daryl Powell, playing left wing back, has the assist for Derby. I'm done with the Christmas shit now. But very good. Suj Shard, Ledley King. Obs, right? Disable Paul Chocolate Coin. I mean, who's that? I don't even know who that is, buddy. Andy G, the Golf Pro, Nisselroy on wine. You lot are mistakes. If I keep reading them out, you'll never stop. Michael Denforth says Slay Given. Late Riser 12 says Holiday Seaman. I don't think that's a Christmas thing, mate. On the Burley goal for Derby, Carbonari lobs a ball out wide to Powell and he knocks it on towards Burley and he drives a lovely pit. Fuck's sake. So I'm just going to start that whole thing again. Derby doubled their lead. Carbonari lobs the ball out wide to Powell and he knocks it on towards Burley and he drives a lovely finish past Sullivan. Derby well on top here. Brendan Davis says Sedgley King. We could have had that as a Spurs centre-half partnership if Steve says she was about 15 years younger and Ledley was about 15 years older. Mind you, Gary Mabbott would have had something to say about that if Ledley was older. I mean, it would have been Mabs and Ledley, not Steve says she. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, Luke. I don't know who that one is, mate. You know me, I'm not the brightest, right? Ah, state of you. I'm going to be fucking losing viewers everywhere, yeah. Tweet a goal, just make one up. All right, I'm going to make something up in the next minute or so. Let's see if I can rock it or not. Ten press-ups if you repeat something that's already been put in the chat. Like Santa Claus Jensen. That's the rule now, if you repeat something. Harry Travis says Gus Poet. FPL Hitman. You should have spelled it right, but I knew what you meant. Craig Burley. Getting desperate now, aren't we? FPL Beef says Marion Pahars. Substitution at Filbert Street. This substitution is eyebrow raising, to say the least. Hoddle opts to change things up by bringing Sergei Rebrov, who started tonight with a knock, off for Richard Johnson. Teddy up top and Selakovic into AMC, you'd imagine now. The problem is, you don't know if I'm telling the truth or lying now. It's genuinely, I swear, that's the truth. Rebrov has been substituted. Richard Johnson has come on for Spurs. I'm not going to make the joke about making stuff up again because you'll never believe it. I promise you, Rebrov has been substituted. I've thought to myself, if I slur this, I'll make it look. I mean, I'm always slurring. I'll make it look like I'm making it up. And then I started reading who'd gone off, and I thought, no, I better be a bit serious about this. Oh dear. Cheers, guys. Hassan Carlos says, fuck off, James. It's okay, Hassan. I love you too. I'm not offended. Harry Travo is happy that you sold Rebrov. Hassan obviously had Rebrov as captain. Yeah, sorry, pal. I didn't. I'm not Glenn Hoddle. You were calling for Eileen Drury last week. What if Eileen Drury's got involved? Brad Lewandon. I saw your previous one and I thought about it. I'm not making it up. James Drury, the Iceman's in. What the hell is this? A Sky Sports Live with Champ Man. This is absolutely bloody brilliant, I tell you, James. 3 years' time and you'll be on Sky Sports reviewing games. I could review the Liverpool equaliser if you like. Still got Robbie Fowler? Nah, most of you probably haven't. He's equalised for Liverpool. Fowler, the scorer. Danny Murphy back in the Liverpool team and with an assist. It's 2-2 at Ewood Park. Fowler, the scorer. Danny Murphy, the assister. Mr. James Drury, the Iceman. Pleasure to see you in the chat this evening. James, while you're here, mate, it's not too late. You can sign up for the second half of the season that starts game week 20. Look what game week it is, mate. Next week, you can start for new. Join me 2.5 hours, most Saturdays, most Wednesdays, but not this Saturday, unfortunately, guys, because you need to give people time to change from the sheets to the website. No, it's the right thing to do. Get as many people involved as possible. Someone get at James Drury on Twitter and tell him what he's missing. Information on the Fowler goal. Blackburn throw away the early lead as Liverpool equalise. Hegem advances and plays a nice ball down the line for Murphy. The ex-crewman puts in a lovely near-post cross and Fowler beats his man to turn the ball home. Pep talk. Fowler is such a troll. I didn't really know the accent, did I, James? James Drury says, link me, I'll join. Well, James, best thing you can do is, right, if you ain't doing nothing tonight, and we know you ain't got much time for surgery anymore, so fuck knows what you're doing in the just jokes, just jokes. Hang around for the next hour and 20 minutes. Then follow all the guys into the YouTube chat for Luke Disabled from Scout and his YouTube video at 10 o'clock, reviewing the game week and looking forward into game week 20. And then you can just submit your team, www.fancychampman.com. Get yourself going, mate. This has got its own little community, mate. Where have you been? Oh, for fuck's sake, Spurs. Robbie Savage has put Leicester 2-0 up, and I don't give a fuck who's got the assist. None or someone. Avid Travis says Fowler is the master of hide and seek. Cole Coot is giving everybody a reminder of what to do with their thumbs on the YouTube video. It's not even half of you press the like button. Madness. I mean, there's a lot of fucking likes, really, if we're quite honest about it. Talon Nadeem says 8 captainers in total for Rebroff. To be honest, that's a lot lower than I expected. I saw Tom Candle from Who Got the Assist put in the chat earlier that he was selling Rebroff, and I just wanted to message him back and go, fuck it, mate. If you're selling, I'm buying. Unlucky geezer. Storm Legacy says, I've seen someone bench Fowler on Twitter. Jesus, they must have one hell of a team. I know he's frustrating, but I mean, at that point, I'd be taking the hit for Hasselbank, and yeah, I'd have felt better about doing that than leaving him out, I think. Craig Kemp says, not Silent Night, Silent Christmas special. We got over the Christmas stuff now, have we, guys? FPL Cobbler, unwanted Gifton Noel Williams. Most people won't know Gifton Noel Williams is, mate. Did he play for the Cobblers? I remember him at Watford, mainly. See, I'm not reading that any more Christmas shit. Andy North, 2 Leicester goals. Nothing for Sturridge. Getting worried now. Brad Lewandon. A lot of people watching may not have accounts. Can't lie. It's a good job, Brad. Make sure while you're here, guys, sign up into YouTube. Set yourself up a little name so you can talk into YouTube. Don't have to be a real name. You can make up something that's blatantly a complete lie, like Gary Smith, for example. Then just get in the chat and hit the like button and stuff. Cal says, harsh on people who held Rebroff. Yeah. Well, especially considering he blanked in those 2 attractive home fixtures just gone as well. And then you think, oh, Leicester away, Blackburn away. It's all right. It's still all right. That's what I would have thought. Ian Davis saying, come on Spurs, show some fight. Ian, I've been warning you, even if when it was going well and I was taking the piss. John Jacobson, you're absolutely right. Gary Shepherd said, James, why are you such a Grinch? Sports Spurs. I've had many an unhappy Christmas because of Spurs. That's probably why. Dear. What are we now? Just coming up to half time. For those playing new, Captain will stop the clock dead on 45. For those playing the drinking game, knock back half your drink. Remember to drink responsibly. We are not at half time yet. Games are ongoing. Great save at Ewood Park. Jersey Dudek having a good game here. He's just made a miraculous save from close range. Grabby effort. He also made a brilliant save a few minutes ago. McAteer's cross nearly inadvertently landed under the bar, but the pole saved fantastically. Can you say pole? Is that all right? I'm just reading what's on their tweets. Ain't you got to say Polish or something these days? Brendan Davis. Gifton Noel Williams was at Stoke. He was all right for half a season. What a guy. 12-year career. 5 months he was all right. Colcoot. Harry Kane has never scored in the Premier League in June. Oh my God, we're going to start with that, aren't we? Harry Kane's never scored in June. Harry Kane's never scored in July. That would be the latest. Half times are now confirmed. So we remain goalless between 3rd and 2nd at Highbury. Liverpool have come back from 2-0 down to get back to 2-2 at Ewood Park. 2 guys with both of Blackburn's goals there. Chat Troll, Robbie Fowler with the Liverpool equaliser. Remains goalless and quiet at the Valley between Charlton and Fulham. Fulham games aren't normally. Chances of Fulham posting back-to-back clean sheets? Not likely, I shouldn't think. Chelsea, without Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, left out the Chelsea 16 lead 1-0 through an Idaho Johnson goal. Malcolm Christie and Craig Burley have Derby's goals. They lead Sunderland by 2-0. Everton are ahead against Middlesbrough, the league leaders. Spurs are 2-0 down at Leicester. Adi Akinbaye with the first on his first start of the season. Did Robbie Savage, that prick from the 99 final, is that who got the second as well? I didn't take much notice. Newcastle lead Ipswich through that early goal from Craig Bellamy. Robbie Keane had Leeds on terms against Southampton, assisted by the most captained Mark Viduka. Excuse me. And it's also goalless at Upton Park between West Ham United and Bolton. Oh dear. Cheers, guys. Having a good one. Just a reminder, tonight we'll also see the first of FF Scout _ Luke's official streams for the Fantasy Champ Man YouTube channel. He'll be giving his reaction and breaking injury news straight after Planet FPL pod is done. It promises to be an excellent one, and there's some good stuff to share tonight. I'm interested to know, Luke, I'm going to guess that you already know all the scores. This is my guess. Interested to know. I know it's not affecting you either way, and they've probably messaged you like now to say it's 2 hours to prepare, mate. But yeah, interested to know if you know, or you just waiting to us and you're going live at 10 o'clock. If you're going live at 10 o'clock, banging, brilliant, mate. Fair game to you. Joe Finley Ballard saying happy Tuesday, everyone. Oh no. James Drury says, for people trying to sign up, I just did, and the verification email went into my junk. Just for your information. Thank you very much, Iceman. We will keep an eye out for that. So new players, yeah, just keep an eye out that it's heading into your junk. And check that shit out. Check your junk. Sainty, you have a character sound when I'm not watching, like Darth Vader's breathing. Your draw on the vape is unique. Lol, good job, mate. I mean, get on iTunes and put that as a fucking review. Storm Legacy, I definitely need to get on the After Dark stream. Couple things I'm unsure on. Well, Luke knows it all. Gary Shepherd says, so is this Christmas Day still for Gary? Merry Christmas, Gary. Luke says, I'm looking at them as we speak in prep. Good man, Luke. Good job. Gary Smith says, happy Wednesday. Now, for those as well, like the Iceman, who's not yet a patron of Planet FPL, but to be fair, I'm not a patron of Surgery either. But we can come to an arrangement if you like, mate. We are running a cash Champman FPL mini league. Doesn't cost to enter, but for all patrons at all tiers, you can sign up to our Patreon from £3 a month. Support me in my attempts to go full time if you love me and all that stuff. Yeah, we're making that particular mini league for Champman FPL open to everybody at all tiers. So from £3 a month, you can join that. We're doing a mini league for the second half of the season, which will start in game week 20. £50 to the winner. And once I know how many entrants I've got, I'm going to do a Champman FPL Champions League as well with another £50 to that winner. It's good fun. Come and join the Planet FPL community. All good. James Iceman, let me know how much I need to pay you for your Patreon as well. And also, if you don't want to put money in, which is completely understandable, and I understand that, in the description of this video, you may notice there is a link to the the Football Content Awards. Me and Suj are blessed to have been nominated for Best Fantasy Football Podcast. FPL Surgery weren't nominated because James is part-time and stuff. I don't know why they weren't nominated. But yeah, you can vote for us to win that. The awards are being held. It should have been last month at Tottenham, obviously postponed. It's been rescheduled for November at Tottenham in the stadium. So the only chance I've ever got of winning anything at White Hart Lane for the rest of my life is if you lot all hit that button to vote for us as best podcast of the year, which I'd appreciate. We're up against some great people like Brandon and Josh from Hell Cheaters and Tom, Nick and Stag from Who Got the Assist. But yeah, if you enjoyed the videos, if you've enjoyed the podcast throughout the year, and there's plenty more coming, love it if when you got the time at the end of the video, pop into the old vote, give us a nudge, Best Fantasy Football Podcast. Would be hugely appreciative of that. Right, I hate that self-promotion shit. Pay me on Patreon, bitches. Gary Smith just gone, holy shit, game week 20 is a bad one. Gary, I wonder if it just one ear and out the under, my friend. Andrew Martin saying he's not, by the way, he's referring to Luke, only new results after deadline so he can give advice on Discord, etc. That's an absolute certainty. that he did not know the results before full time. I'd imagine he got a message at like 7 o'clock. There you go, there's the results, bash. Or might even not have been to 8 o'clock when we started. Depends how long Luke needs, right? Perlo's Pen, thanks for your message, mate. Ian Davis says, does your partner know about the full-time FPL ambition? Not at all, mate. We don't talk to each other. Annie N voted on the award site. Cheers, Annie. Joe Jenkins, I think I discovered you from your nomination last year. Ah, that's good to know. I mean, we didn't push for it last year because we had no chance of winning. But I think, yeah, with all the pods and stuff this year, fuck it. Let's push for it. James Drury didn't even know your Patreon was open. I will sign up now. James, if you go for the £8 or £14 tiers, you get a lot more shit. I'll look after you. B. Hadaway, easy choice. Thank you. Patrick Lawson says, anybody know whether the player stats page with points per game, goals scored, average rating, etc. will be added to the new website? I'm sure Whitebeard and the guys will keep in touch with stuff. If you go right back to the video like later, you'll see everybody who's involved. Make sure it's about 8 or 9 of them now. Give them all a follow. They're all helping each other. All Recluse is on a -40 this game week. It's not so much of a big deal. Brendan Davis, -48. I know what your plan is there. You're trying to get set up for this second half of the season league. And if you feel like you're well off the pace, I don't have a problem with anybody trying that. FPL fell. James, jumping onto Premier League. Who do you think will be the final bottom three? Well, tomorrow's clash of the correspondents with Adam Hartcroft and FPL Blade. I've not seen Tomo in the chat tonight, even though I was speaking to him 4 hours ago. 3 hours ago, actually. Yeah, we're doing Aston Villa Sheffield United preview, Planet FPL podcast tomorrow. Clash of the correspondents, who are longer term listeners will know we get 2 of our fan correspondents on once a week to preview upcoming FPL games. FPL is obviously returning. Got Adam and Tomo on to look at Villa Sheffield United tomorrow. It's a normal Thursday slot. Got 3-5 Who and FPL Pringle doing Man City and Arsenal next Thursday. So those are the 2 Thursdays, obviously, before the Wednesday restart on the 17th. So you can get all detailed fan ITK insight on all 4 clubs who will double in game week 39. I don't know, whatever it's going to be. James Drury. James, please list the standard template for Champman. I will be boring. Copy 7 of those players and go differential for the rest. That's how FPL is done, right? Yeah, absolutely. So, James, let me introduce you to my man, FPL Captain. You can follow him up here. So, if you look to the bottom right-hand corner of the graphics, James, eventually it will spin round and you'll see some ownership numbers. There's a lot of players very, very highly owned at the moment. So, you've got like the likes of Viduka, Van Nistelrooy, Alan Johnson of Middlesbrough, Blanc at Manchester United at the moment. You'll see that the most owned ownership will come round in a minute. Gary Smith says FPL brackets brunette girl gets my vote. You are one of a kind, my friend. Talon Nadeem saying Whitebeard's website already has a lot of the stats. Patrick, that's to you, Patrick Lawson, I think. Jonathan Addison completely forgot to do any changes. Just might mean you've got an extra transfer next week. Cheers, Patrick, for that message back. Badger says, can't wait to hear from Adam tomorrow to hear his thoughts on relegation battle. Oh, yeah, shit. I didn't actually say which my 3. I think the current bottom 3 will go down. That's my instinct. I think Villa, Norwich, sorry, Mark. Unless you really sort your shit out defensively, I don't think it matters how many goals you score. And I think Bournemouth are going to go at the moment. I think the other 3 will stay up. But all 6 of them at the bottom definitely have FPL assets. Norwich, Villa, all of them. There's FPL assets, all of them. I'd be looking at them 6 teams more than some of the ones above, like sort of Palace, Southampton, Newcastle and stuff. I'd be looking more at them. Andrew Martin Stanley thinks Norwich will stay up. Fixtures suit them. Don't think we know what suits anybody under this current climate at the moment. What recruits? Hope Sheffield United get the Euro spot. Been brilliant this year. Yeah, a lot of neutrals would obviously like that. Goes without saying. Ian Davis heard a lot of talk in the media about what great squad Spurs have. Have they just noticed? What's so good about the squad, Ian? I haven't got a decent fullback and I haven't got a decent holding midfield player. What's so great about the squad? Cole Coop would love the Canaries to stay up. Yeah, I'd like Norwich to stay up. Listen, when I've got one of my guys on, it's difficult to say. Like I said to Adam, you'll hear tomorrow. Yeah, I still think you're going down, mate. But Adam's very positive, as you would expect, as Villa's his team. Amazing FPL record, Adam, as well. And he puts a very different slant on what to do when FPL restarts to what my message might have been on Monday. Very interesting. Adam is a far better FPL player than me, so I'd listen to it for that as well tomorrow. There's Tomo. We'd like to apologise to all Villa, Norwich and West Ham fans in advance. Andrew says Brighton, West Ham and Bournemouth for me. Storm Legacy, I'm patiently waiting for Pookie to burst onto the Champman FPL scene. Late Riser 12 says, so many times I've seen Norwich, Jan onwards, losing, drawing games I should have won. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It says Norwich is a club down there that's got its support. Gary Shepherd says, unfortunately, they won't in response to Sheffield United qualifying for Europe. That spot's for Wolves. Let me tell you now, Gary, that you can both qualify for Europe. Don't doubt that. I mean, you can't both finish top 4. But you never know if City get thrown out next week. The appeal is next week on Man City's Champions League ban. Then you could both finish 4th and 5th. I find that extremely unlikely, but Badger nailing it for Norwich. That's the thing. Find a way to beat average teams. All recluse. Think Bournemouth will still go down. Yeah. It's none of them I particularly want to see go. I know I take the piss out of West Ham. I don't really want them to go down. I'd miss playing them twice a year. I mean, I'd laugh for a while, but actually, when I went and podded with Suj, I'd be like, sorry, mate. And then obviously, when I shut the door, I'd fucking piss myself laughing. But no, I don't really want them to go down. It's only bants with Suj. I don't fucking hate them. They're not important enough to be hated. Oh look, there's FPL Irons. West Ham, Brighton, and Bournemouth to go. Oh, you're confident then. Ian Davis, with all Spurs players fit again, lots of great options for the forward positions. Yeah, great. Great. Can I get a manager who can play nice attacking football? What's the point of me having all these attacking players? Let's see. I'll give him a chance to prove me right. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope in a year's time I'm there in the ground singing Mourinho's name, looking like a complete prick. But I can only speak the truth of how I feel. Dasher Dude says, Watford will go down. Players not in the right mindset. Not sure about that. It's only bits about Deeney and stuff. I think they've been the form horse down there. Physical side. I think that with Decore now in the 10 position suits them. I think they'll be fine, actually. Of the 6 down there, I'd probably fancy them the most to stay up. All recluse. The teams you want to be probably avoiding in zones directly above the bottom 6. Palace, Southampton, Newcastle, Burnley, Everton. You don't know where you're at. Graham S saying good luck for second half, everyone. Yeah, coming up very shortly. Late Riser, good luck for the running. Pookie needs to start burying those chances at FPL Badger. Blade says, unless Norwich found some defenders in break, they're down, unfortunately. Clean sheet wipeout. Their graphics make it easy to catch up. Fire! Typically, my 4 playing clean sheets have gone, whilst my 3 bench clean sheets are still intact. That's a shout out for captain there, I think. What Recluse says Kane as a centre half should work. You lot are funny, man. I tell you what, how many goals off whoever's first Kane off of? If it's less than 6, he could still win it. Ultima says, you all make a mistake. This is a new Premier League. Also, Man City care to be ready in 08 for Champions League. Man, go back to Transformers. FPL Ferrell, Brooks is class. Alamot Daddy, Deeney will be all up for it once the games are back on. Yeah, I completely agree with that, Alan. Second half is underway. All eyes on Highbury, where Arsenal couldn't find a way through despite dominating. Title rivals Middlesbrough also trail, adding more pressure. Can they find a way back into the game? A lot to be answered in this second half. If Bournemouth do go down, then Brooks and Aki are capable to join the top 6 clubs as Andrew Murray. David Brooks, I'm very keen to see when he's back and available. Oh, look at you guys, FPL Surgery. Alan with a 4 in the middle. Jonathan Nagy. Fuck me. Well done, guys. Love you. That's all I see. If there was others of you, I'm sorry, but that's all I've been informed of. But thank you very much. You know why. I don't like the self-publicity stuff, but Such is in my ear. If you want to do it, James, you've got to promote it. It's awful self-promoting yourself. Auto Recluse, Vardy's a differential for remaining the season going for Golden Boot. I think he has nice fixtures at the start. He scored for about 6 months, has he? Neither's Kane, but he ain't played. Watched Bournemouth last year and Aki is miles better than the rest of the team, says Andy North. Guys, a little kick each other here while we're down, innit? FPL Fell says, where's our new Wolfpack boys? Boy, you lot got Rob Picking. Yeah, Stanners, I've dropped y'all. I'm only joking, Rob. It's just bounce. Can be Lobacta. Can be Lobacta. Evening. Sitting in the garden with a drink. Cheers for all your content. Can't wait to get back to work where I listen to my podcast. Love from Scousland. Hey, nice one, lads. Close at St Mary's. Great defending by Lundic Varm. Hart looks 100% certain to score from Keane's cutback, but the Norwegian comes out of nowhere to make a goal-saving block. Hart should have scored though. Oakley and McDonald are about to come on for Draper and Rodriguez for Southampton. Not to be confused with Jay Rodriguez. You're not in a time warp. Gary Smith says, sell yourself, James. How much are you going to pay then, Gary? Do you want? Danny's saying, how can you top Kane for top goal scorer and say no point having good attacking players with Mourinho? It's just Kane. I don't really think he can do it. It's just my point in the whole holding midfield joke and stuff. So ridiculous. Yes, he's playing a different position to what he's played before. Yeah. Heno84, Vardy got 2 in last game against Villa, I believe. Yeah, but none of us had him. West Ham are behind at Upton Park. Goal scorer is Rodney Wallace. Assist. Someone's captained him. Henrik Pedersen is the assister. Rod Wallace goal. Henrik Pedersen assist. Gary Smith, we only got 5 likes. He's telling everybody to stop liking me now. FPL numbers. Cantwell in a top 6 club next year. Yeah, it depends on the price, mate. It depends on what Norwich want to do. Norwich, I suspect, the way their financial model is, won't need to sell as badly as some others may need to. Gary Smith said he'd pay a tenner for my body. All right. Go to my place then, mate. Patreon, planetfpl.com. It's in the description. Someone point Gary in the place for the description. On the Wallace goal, Bolton lead, and what a lovely finish. Pedersen puts Rod Wallace through on goal. Hislop advances to close the angle, but the Bolton forward impudently chips the ball out of Hislop's reach from the edge of the box. A perfect lobbed finish. Impudently. The only time I've ever heard that word used is in relation to football context. When else would you use the word impudently? But it's something we all heard as a kid. Certainly in the UK, we did. Impudently. And then what does it mean? I don't know, but it gets used in football. Felium too, I like that. Pedersen keeps ticking over the bollocks. Mark Dorney, Pedersen, the gift that keeps giving. Harry Travo, Hart, no. Billy Hadaway's happy with that Pedersen goal. So too Graham S. Ed Pedersen, assist. Harry Travo, no place for Campbell at Liverpool though. Will be a bench player. Better for him to stay at Norwich. Harry Travo, there are other teams in the country other than Liverpool. Clean sheets are all gone for me today. Ipswich are on terms at St James's Park. Ready? Goal scorer is Alan Armstrong. Assister is Finidi George. 5 minutes after the break, Ipswich level at Newcastle. Alan Armstrong, the scorer. Finidi George with the assist. Gary Smith found it. £14 per month. Fuck. Gary, don't pay me £14 a month, mate. That's with all the extras. You can sign up and play Champman FPL for £3 a month, mate. Only pay that if you like what's on service. Know what I mean? You do get some trimmings at £14 a month, mate. Rob Pitt, my Wolfpack brethren tell me I'm getting abuse. I love you really, Rob. I'm having to think on my feet really because I feel like this game week's been a bit shit. More than a stroke of luck in this goal. Royce sees his free kick hit his own player for Neely, but the Nigerian composes himself and pick out Armstrong, who gets to it ahead of Sapunsis to finish neatly. Craig Bellamy has been substituted for Shola Amiyubi. Woodwork has been hit at Highbury. Arsenal hit the bar for the second time this evening. Ray Parlour reaches Albertini's through ball, but his fired effort needed to be just a few inches lower. United have also just made their third and final change. Phil Neville on for Dennis Irwin. FPL Chancer says, some guys behind me at Spurs cracked up because their mate said, audacious. Classic football word. Yeah, that's another good one. Pete Squire says, Pellier's got some tablets to help with that, James. Yeah, but I can't afford them, mate. Not till I get my 14 quid from Gary Smith. Billy Hadaway says, well, all these Tarico assists back in about game week 10. Who out there, Captain Sean Bartlett? I think it might have been Brad Lewington. Apologies if it wasn't Brad and it was someone else. Sean Bartlett has he's gone off substitute. No, I'm just kidding. Sean Bartlett has given Charlton the lead. Gary McAllister with the assist. Sean Bartlett has scored for Charlton. Gary McAllister with the assist. FPL Iron says, can we get a £20 per month option that includes an X-rated chat with James? Luke, you get that for £14 a month, mate. It's part of the deal, mate. Auto Recluse, my favourite commentary is Banana Shots. Oh, yeah, that was a good one from a few weeks ago. Someone at Liverpool, in the Liverpool game. Who was it? Was it Fowler? Can't remember. Banana Shot. No, it was the 5:30 game or something. FGA _ Frixt, Derby or Forest. Well, it ain't going to be Forest in this one, is it? In terms of a place, Nottingham. Class by McAllister, who shows you don't need pace to be class. He gets past Stolzers with a feint and pure guile before picking out Bartlett with a perfect ball into the box, and the striker nods it past Van der Sar at FPO _ mindset goes wild. That is my man, Brad Lewington. Excuse me. If you don't believe me on the chat, you can ask Brad Lewington because I'm calling him at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Legit. James Street getting there. Bartlett captainer. Graham S. Fulham bottom of the away table. Awful on the road. Please don't remind me. I've got Richard Rufus on the bench. Real Mills says Gary Smith's 100% paying for the trimmings. Scala says, well done, Brad. Bartlett outscoring Viduka. I'm sure it was Brad. Goal. A Bent one. Blackburn. Marcus Bent has Blackburn back in front. Alan Mahan. Alan Mahan with the assist. Marcus Bent, goal. Alan Mahan assist. Blackburn 3, Liverpool 2. Ian McAllister. How much to wear an Arsenal shirt? Listen, we had all that shit on the Planet FPL 24. I told you, someone sent that question, we was doing a fundraiser for NHS Charities Together, which I'm going to check that in a minute because it was very close to hitting $6,000 raised. And someone asked in and said, I'll pay you money, how much? And I was like, you can shut the fucking charity stream. I ain't doing it. Don't forget it. I ain't doing that shit. There isn't no money. And Suj is like, yeah, you'd be like Antonio. You can wear your Spurs shirt underneath. I'm like, I'm not doing that rubbish. Sorry. Like, respect me less. Don't donate to charity. Let's see where that fundraiser's on. The total raise from interruption, goal at Highbury. Ruud van Nistelrooy. Cha la 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 la. United lead at Highbury. Van Nistelrooy is the goal scorer. There's an assist for Gary Neville. Van Nistelrooy, goal, assist, Gary Neville. Well done, Cajonas, who have still captained Van Nistelrooy. You might feel different about that if Viduka scores as well. But Van Nistelrooy on the score sheet as he can be in any game at any time. United lead at Arsenal 1-0. Just after FPL Chancellor said it was a dog of a match. Hayden, I'd like to shout on Adam Hurrey's Football Cliches Twitter page. But I just say shit and it comes out. James Street's got Bartlett triple captain his free hit team on the website. Ian McAllister, rude. Why are you doing your rude shit? I'll tell you, Planet FPL 24 raising money for NHS Charities Together, which was a couple of Saturdays to go. We have raised so far, and this is basically all from the FPL community, by the way. Me and Suj had no donations from friends or shit. £5,938.25 is the money that has been raised. it will hit 6,000. If you want to donate, you can find that in my pinned tweet as well. Guys, it's all going off in World Planet FPL, isn't it? And it's going off at Pride Part 2. Substitutions. Couple of changes before the hour. Elliott is replaced by Blatsis. That's him losing the clean sheet, potentially, for Derby. While Sunderland replaced Bart Williams, who was on a yellow, with Jody Craddock. Why wouldn't you just play your centre-half there in the first place? And on the Van Nistelrooy goal, Arsenal's domination counts for nothing. Van Nistelrooy only needs one chance. He isolates Ashley Cole at the far post and rises above the England defender to head home Gary Neville's cross. Arsenal will be so disappointed. Goal at St Mary's. Mark Viduka Coronas. Rejoice. Viduka goal. Did you take the -4 for Stephen McPhail as well? McPhail assist. Viduka goal. McPhail assist. 57 minutes gone at St Mary's. Captain gamble has paid off. Goal and assist for Viduka. And a tidy assist for Stephen McPhail, who has been brought in by many as well. Either the second or third most brought in, I think, McPhail. It's a big FPL goal, that one. That's why we should win FPL Podcast of the Year as well, by the way. I see the appreciated comments. Thank you. Billy Hadaway, 60 rude sellers this week. I didn't get that. I mean, don't captain him and kind of hope he doesn't return, really, is where it was at. But there's still enough people out there who've not got nothing, so I think, yeah, okay. It's not going to hurt too bad that he scored because there's not that many who've captained him. It will hurt a bit, though, I should imagine. The Aussie adds a goal to his assist. McPhail lifts a lovely ball over the top and Viduka finds himself in acres of space. It's ultimately an easy chance, but he still has to put it away, and he does so emphatically. Leeds are ahead. Uh-oh, it's that time of day. We go to Goodison. Substitutions. Steve McLaren might just be starting to worry here. He refreshes his side with Ocon and Parnaby, somewhat surprisingly coming on for Greening and Gordon. Everton replaced Alexanderson with Watson. Moments ago, Rickard went close again. Nice to take a -4 and the assistant sets up your scoring captain in one go. I'm sure I wasn't alone in that. FPL RG Bargy has got Viduka captain, McPhail assist. I'm sure there's plenty on that. Andy Martin obviously reminding everyone that Viduka is his dead team's captain, of course. Ipswich have the lead at St James's Park. Wait for it. It might have just been Armstrong last time with a goal and Fanidi with the assist, but this time it's the same combination. Armstrong goal, Fanidi George with the assist. Ipswich lead 2-1 at St James's. Newcastle are in huge trouble. 5 points off of safety. Now losing at home to Ipswich, having led through that Craig Bellamy goal early in the game. They are 2-1 down. Goal timed at 59th minute. Armstrong with his second. Fanidi with his second assist for Armstrong. Now, those who didn't go for Viduka this week, I'm pretty sure will be next week. Just a personal feeling. Leeds next. Fulham at home. Tottenham away. West Ham at home in the blank. Then a potential double of Villa and Derby. And he has scored again. Mark Viduka has his third return of the night. He's scored. David Batty with the assist this time. Viduka goal. Batty assist. If you haven't captained Mark Viduka in this game week, you are now, with half hour still to go against the Saints side that conceded 5 to Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, potentially in big, big trouble. Viduka has 3 returns. He's on for a hat-trick. He's got 2 and an assist already. Big returns for Viduka captainers. And as Graham S points out, and I'll do it. Mark Viduka. Mark Viduka. Look at that chat off. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my God, there's loads of messages. First of all, it's that time at the Valley. Lewis Sahar came off for Barry Howells a few minutes ago on 53. The fact that they didn't announce that earlier makes me think that the people I saw going for Sahar was a little bit of an undercurrent and not a great many. Now both sides make a change. post 60 minutes. With Yule off for Johansson, Clark off for Malbronk, who's back and on. It's been a game with few chances. Fulham will try to push on now. On Viduka's goal, he's second of the night. Viduka has his second in 4 minutes. It's more terrible defending by Southampton. Batty picks out the giant forward in all sorts of space once again, and he picks his spot to fire low and hard past Jones. Too easy for Leeds and Viduka. Excuse me. And on Armstrong second for Ipswich, another one we all bought this week. Finidi and Armstrong combine again. The ex-Ajax winger is picked out by Holland as he puts in a lovely cross. Armstrong rises above Dabizas. Cha! And heads past Given for 2-0. 2-1, you mean. Finidi's playing brilliantly out wide tonight. Goal for Spurs. Come on, boys. Goal scorer Christian Ziege. Assister Stefan Everson. There'll be some few Ziege owners been hanging around from them last 2 home games. I bet that could be a popular differential goal. Ziege goal for Spurs. Everson assist. Spurs back in it potentially at Filbert Street. Now 2-1 to Leicester. FPL Iron says, I'm in love with James, I think. What a lovely voice. Cheers, guys. Lovely voice and all that, yeah. X Factor next year. I was going to go this year, innit? But they weren't having auditions, type bastards. Patrick Dawson is worried I may not have captained Viduka now. Always take a screenshot, buddy. Don't play around on the day of the game. That's the advice. You got all the information beforehand. So you don't have to do anything on the day. Alt Recluse says, this week is a write-off for me, so relaxing. God, they're double tweets tonight. Woodwork hit again at Highbury. United close to a second. Chadwick chips the ball into Veron. He takes a touch, but sees his fine strike come back off the post. Van Nistelrooy is first to the rebound and he tees up Andy Cole, but Lusney blocks his shot. Great game here. And on the Ziege goal at Filbert Street for Spurs. Spurs back in it and it's a great team goal. Nice move ends with Anderton feeding Everson down the flank and he sends in a lovely ball to the far post. Walker misreads it and Ziege gets to it first to finish. Darren Addy. Fuck off, Ziege. I dumped him today. FPL Corf. I have the Duke captain. Oh, vice captain. Sorry, misread that. I was wondering why you're being sick. FPL captain says that J Lane's 9. Glad I captained Mercedes. Chris, stick to the graphics, buddy. Goal at Upton Park. West Ham are in free fall. They're 2-0 down at home to Bolton. Goal scorer is Jibril Diawara. The assister is Neil Maddison. West Ham 0. Bolton Wanderers 2. Steve Jones says, come on Teddy Sherlock. We haven't heard that chant for a while and I want a front 3 full house. Those who might remember me trying to play the Kevin Phillips tune on my phone the other week, it wasn't working. And then when I looked again a bit later, all of my chants had gone. Like, no jokes. And I didn't keep them backed up anywhere. But I will, maybe this week, I got some time, I'll get hold of some new ones. But yeah, for some reason, every chant went bang. Took a little bit of Clever Planet FPO editing that. Chris Blinko. Bartes and Blanc on my bench. I'm not finishing your sentence. Because someone will crop it. Have a gif of me saying it. And that's the end of the world for me, mate. Newcastle are level. Kieran Dyer has equalised. Back to fitness and back on the score sheet for Newcastle. His sister is Olivia Bernard. 2-2 at St James's. Dyer with a goal. Bernard with the assist. Newcastle 2. Ipswich 2. Treble Ipswich defence hunters. Be difficult to be pulling out bonus on this one, I should imagine. Excuse me. Reminder, Viduka's ownership, captaincy in the top 300, 61%, only 34% overall. Van Nistelrooy captained by 12% of the top 300, 26% overall. I suspect even with Viduka captain like I've got, I don't see me on a green arrow at the moment. Because the only returns I've got are Viduka and Van Nistelrooy, really. McPhail assist. So, yeah. Oh! Hat-trick. Mark Viduka. Mark Viduka. He has. He's got a hat-trick. Mark Viduka. Assist at this time will be popular for those who feel like they might be missing out. Harry Kewell has an assist for Leeds. Mark Viduka, hat-trick and an assist. 25 minutes still to go at St Mary's. Leeds lead 4-1. Andy Martin. Should have just shut up, man. What did you have to go and tell everyone for on Sunday? They don't listen to me because they think I'm a shit FPL player. They listen to you because they think you've got some dirty inside knowledge, mate. Ed Cannon says, do Newcastle normally get relegated in Sims? No. I was watching a video of Luke's today on his YouTube channel. You can find it, by the way, you can find a load of Luke's videos that he's done on YouTube via his pin tweet at FFScout_Luke. I'll come back to that. Schumacher has put Everton 2-0 up against Middlesbrough, not the racing driver, this young kid. No assister for that goal. Everton 2, Middlesbrough 0. League leaders behind would mean that Manchester United, as it stands, go within 2 points of Middlesbrough with a game in hand. And suddenly, Leeds would be 13 points behind Middlesbrough, but with 3 games in hand. If they could sort out their away form like it's getting sorted out today, could they yet make a late run at this? They have 3 games in hand on Middlesbrough, 2 on Manchester United. What was I saying? Luke, yeah, if you ever want to find Luke's videos, go to his pin tweet, FFScout_Luke. There was a point before that as well. Hey, Viduka's gone mental. I can't remember what it was. Look at Andrew Martin. Kill my tip. Yay! Yes! Goal for Spurs. And Poyet. Yes! Goal. Poyet for Spurs. Everson's got his second return. He's got the assist. 2-2. And a warning on this tweet as well. Fair warning. It's going to take us a while to update all the goals action that's just taken place. Oh, you mean the reports of all the goals? Right. Gotcha. Don't you have your tweets planned? Mind you, that is goals in consecutive minutes for the last 6 minutes. Spurs on terms at Leicester. Poyet, goal. Oh, if he outdoes Johnson, I'll be so happy. Suj says, what was the ownership captain percentage for Viduka? Viduka was roughly, it's on the screen, it will come around in a minute. 60% in the top 300, roughly. 62%. So, lots of love for Gus Poyet in the chat. Come on, Spurs, we can win this now. Redbrough. No, it's gone off, hasn't he? Shit. Diawara's goal for Bolton. Some commentary on that. That seems an age ago now. Maddison, this second half's been banging. I was bored a little while ago. Maddison, who is lucky to be on the pitch after only receiving a yellow for a 2-foot challenge moments earlier, delivers a perfect corner for Diawara, and he powers a header home. Breckin and Bo Hansen about to enter for Schemmel and Warhurst. FPL Badger says, you've defo got a green arrow now, James. I'm not convinced. Oh, the Poyet goal, maybe. That might help, yeah. Ryan Mills. Bumba Poyet, get in. He's been booked, though, so he might get sent off yet, Badger. Come on, Spurs. If we win, we could go back above them pricks. Patrick Lawson, Poyet legend, Lily sold him 4 weeks ago. 4 returns in a row since. Right, on the Viduka hat-trick goal. Mark Viduka's a sensational 9-minute hat-trick. This time it's a header. Kewell sends in a lovely free kick. And his compatriot sends a nice header past Jones to guarantee himself the match ball. 3 goals and an assist. What a game he's having. Alamot Daddy says, where is Selakovic? Centre midfield, mate. Mind you, he's probably not now. Is he back in the AMC position? James Street, going to be hard to take Poyet out. Expecting him to fade, being an older player. Ditto. It's going to get rotated in the next 2, by the way. You've got to be prepared for that. But, yeah, like I said, I just felt like he could outscore Johnson over the next 5. Sometimes you've got to make these sort of calls, haven't you, and go for it. Reminder that 555 of you net bought Mark Viduka this game week. On the Schumacher goal, Fester tackles Radzinski well. Schumacher races onto it outside the box, beats Ocon, and then fires in a fine strike past Crossley. A goal on his first start for the 17-year-old, and a potentially massive goal in the title race. Only 17, eh? Only 17. I remember being 17. Thank you, Michael Smith at Dirty Smitter, who sent me a very kind DM. I presume you're in the chat, otherwise I don't know how else you would have known to do that. But I can say that the NHS charity fundraiser for NHS Charities Together, part of the 24-hour stream that we did last Saturday, has now passed £6,000 raised, and that is through all of you guys, and for everybody who supported us on that day. Thank you. On the Kieran Dyer goal for Newcastle, I know you said Ipswich then, obviously he was a former Ipswich player. Fuck, it says that too. Kieran Dyer scores against his former club. Olivia Bernard, another player having a great game, again provides the assist. Is it super assist, Bernard? I can't remember. This time it's lovely slide rule pass for Dyer, who gets on it and clips it past Sereni. Anyone's game here now. Obviously, if you're coming in late, you can find all the goals and assists at the very bottom of our friend FPL Captain's graphics. James Mahoney, I have the Duke on website, but not on the sheets. Yeah, that'll happen. Gary Robinson says, has anyone got 4 in a game this season? Yeah, Viduka in about 5 minutes, pal. Carl Coop, thought James had nodded off. I'm good. Substitution at St Mary's. Your team is struggling. You're chasing the game. What's the obvious move? Sub your goalie, of course. Paul Jones, who hasn't played well today, makes way for Neil Moss. It's not felt like a 4-1 game, but Viduka has made the difference today. Substitutions also at St James's, changes for each side in the even contest. Newcastle replaced Cole Court with Delapo, while Ipswich bring on Jermaine Wright for Chris Makin. Ipswich look like they're wanting to push on for a winner here, setting up to attack. Are we in for more Ipswich late drama? £6,000. 6 fucking grand. We all did that. Not just me and Suj. We, me, you. We all did that together. That's amazing, mate. 6 fucking grand we raised. That shit's amazing. Big up. Thank you, Michael Smith. I will respond to you later. Goal at Stamford Bridge. Good Johnson owners. Rob Pick, the scout. You've definitely got the head-to-head this week. Good Johnson has the assist. Emmanuel Petit is the goal scorer for Chelsea. Petit goal. Good Johnson assist. I love you guys. Mark Dorney says Southampton are shit, captaining Dabby's ass next week. There are extremes, Mark, and there are also hazards. Oh dear. Gary Shepherd, I saw your comment. I just glanced and it's there. So he's probably fixed it. Brew dogs, man, 5.6%. You don't need many. Fucking hell, I'm sitting here, I'm sweating. No one wants to see me take my top off. I certainly ain't wearing a fucking Christmas jumper either, though. On the Petit goal, on what we've seen so far today, that'll do it. Petit beats Schmeichel to Good Johnson's cross from the left and heads into the empty net. Gronkiart and Jody Morris have come on for Frank Lampard and Budavine Zenden. Mustafa Hadji and Hassan Kashlul have replaced Paul Merson and Lee Hendry for Villa. Nishat San Disable recommended Petit. Luke, you're a dumb boy. Gary Shippers, typical good work, Captain. Yeah, you get it. He always gets there. But thanks for pointing it out, Gary. It's the right thing to do in any case. Cheers, Vinyl Richie. Thanks, mate. I know so many of you as well contributed the points that you earned in Gate Week 16 as well, which was an incredible gesture. Richie was one of them. That was an amazing shout because we we were jumping more than we realised we were jumping because you guys were donating your points total. So when we felt like we were stuck for a while, you guys were pushing us. Penalty at Highbury for Arsenal. I'm telling you now, if he fucking takes it, I ain't saying it. Arsenal have their chance to get an equaliser they more than deserve. Bartes fouls Jeffers as he looks to round the keeper, nailed on. Surprisingly, the ref takes no further action against the Frenchman, who obviously, remember, was sent off at Middlesbrough not long ago. Albertini is stepping up to take the penalty for Arsenal. Big moment this. Auto Recluse says, remember when we all thought Villa was solid at the back at the start of this game? Scored. Albertini goal. Jeffers assist. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 1. Means that only 4. God, it's getting fucking hazy now. 1, 2, 4 clean sheets remain so far this evening. That's for Charlton, Chelsea, Derby and Everton. I lied. 5, Bolton Wanderers. Bolton with a potential away clean sheet incoming. But yes, Arsenal on terms. Those who'd left the likes of Bartes and Blanc on the bench with a sigh of relief. Gary Shepherd had said, come on, Bartes. Thank you, Alan Cronin, for your very kind comment, mate. Ram, your comment don't get covered, mate. Some champ man community this, isn't it? Bah! On the Albertini goal, it appears Albertini is now Arsenal's preferred taker, and he shows why. I mean, listen, nobody's more relieved about that than me. A perfect penalty into the corner. Bartes going the wrong way. Big final 11 minutes coming here, but it will be without Thierry Henry, who is replaced by Dennis Bergkamp. Henry off. I see some people in the chat who seem to assume that Henry would be on the penalties. I don't think from the guys in the know like Luke, I don't think that was ever likely that Henry was going to be on penalties. I see a few asking, yeah, it's a computer game. Yeah. But I mean, Albertini was a much better penalty taker than Henry. Ed Cannon says he's rubbing his wife's Kylie tattoo for luck. Ed, you're a star. We're still waiting to see that picture. Goal at St James's Park, and Ipswich were pushing for a potential winner, but they're behind. The goal scorer for Newcastle is Shula Amiubi. Newcastle lead 3-2. Shula Amiubi with the goal for the tune and assist for Olivier Bernard. He's definitely got at least 2 now. He's well on for man of the match, I think, Bernard, judging by the commentary on that. Yeah, just waiting for the commentary to spin round. I think Bernard's got 2 assists, but yeah, as I said, if you want to catch up on all the goals and assists, head right to the bottom of the old video printer, going from right to left on your screen. Patrick Lawson's happy about the Henry substitution. So too DJ Music Ace. Update from Goodison. This is looking very much like the end of Borough's great unbeaten run. They're perhaps a little unlucky to be losing, but Everton have restricted them to long shots and hopeful efforts. They look like they've run out of ideas. Substitutions to tell you about at the Valley. Injured Robinson has been replaced by Stewart, and now Reed comes on for Wilcox. Fulham bring off the booked Melville for Zap Knight. Malbronk had spurned a fantastic chance to equalise, but apart from that, it's remained quiet here. 10 minutes left, and Ed Cannon continues to stroke his wife's Dean Kylie tattoo. Graham S. Harsh from Mercedes owners. Yeah, still got another 2 home fixtures to come for Newcastle, and he could be in a bonus. There's still 10 minutes to go. Ipswich might go chasing. 3 assists for Bernard, yeah. Wow. Anyone done that this season? Manchester United have the lead again at Arsenal. Goal scorer is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And the assist is for Luke Chadwick. Solskjaer goal, Chadwick assist. United back in front at Highbury. Arsenal were on terms for all of 3 minutes, 10 to go at Highbury. Solskjaer has Manchester United back in front. Richard Rufus is going to fucking bite me in it. Am I not playing that guy at home to Fulham? Duh. I'd have had Stubbs third bench as well. I ain't playing for Everton. See, you can't get them all right. You can't get them all wrong. That's fantasy life, kids. Alan Mott Daddy says rank killer. Stephen Hammond looking like no returns from midfield again. Some number of goals suddenly. Half time, it felt like it'd been quite quiet to me on usual standards of 10 games on a Wednesday night. Fuck, you know, this second half's been mental. I suspect there might yet be more to come. Gary Robinson says, whatever did happen to Solskjaer? Ram says, where's Viduka's fourth? It's gone quiet. I think that might be it, guys. Don't get too greedy. It'll do. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be bothered now if I saw him get substituted 3 days till the next game. Pep talk Chadwick with a Beckham-esque cross. United stun Arsenal with a quick response. It's a simple goal from a corner. Chadwick whipping in the delivery and Solskjaer heading home. 10 minutes for Arsenal to equalise again. Surely Wenger regrets hauling Henry off. Now, goal at St Mary's for Saints. Goal scorer is Matt Oakley. Assist Gary Monk. And Chelsea clean sheet is gone at Stamford Bridge. Dion Dublin with a goal. Steve Stone with the assist. 2 quick goals coming together there. Oakley goal, Monk assist for Southampton. It's now 4-2 to Leeds. Dublin goal, Stone assist for Villa at Chelsea. Dion Dublin is doing bits, by the way. I know he could lose his spot in this team at any time. But my God, you talk about players under the radar. He's doing things, Dion Dublin. His record when he plays is good. Luke, if you're still watching, mate, talk to me about Dion Dublin tonight, mate. Graham S says, pull your finger out for Duke. It's been shit, hasn't he? Brian Newell says, you can absolutely get them all wrong. I did. Excuse me. Andrew Martin says, title race is a 2-horse one now, I feel. You ruling out Leeds then, Andy? On the Dublin goal for Villa first. Dion Dublin continues his fine form and sets up an exciting finish here. He meets Steve Stone's lobbed ball into the box, allows it to drop and levers it past Cudicini, who barely saw it. Villa have 5 minutes to find an unlikely second, meaning now that only Bolton, Everton, Derby and Charlton holding on to clean sheets. Anyone gamble on Jody and Lescott this week? That was part of my thinking last week, and I decided, nah, I'd be better with Dabizas this week than Lescott. Got that fucking wrong, and I so far. I don't just mean this game week, I mean future game weeks. Alan, what did it? Dublin for at home to West Ham in 21. 20 back, just smashed West Ham at home, mate. What Recluse wants to get his coat. It's too hot for coats, mate. On the Matt Oakley goal for Southampton, Oakley gives Southampton the faintest glimmer of hope with a sensational solo goal. He runs 60 yards with the ball, beating Viduka and Batty in the process. With the defence backing off, he lines up a fierce shot which flies past Martin. Wooyah! Boosh. My man FPL captain got Lescott in. I hope that was in place for fucking Klaus Lundekvard, mate. Craig Kemp left Colin Hendry on my bench again. Right, let's hear it, guys. Charlton, Derby, Everton, Bolton. The 4 perhaps unlikely sides still keeping clean sheets. Let us know if you've got defensive guys from those 4 clubs on your bench. Just smashing the name, Jaskalainen, whatever. Andrew Martin, great signing from Derby. Lescott definitely makes Derby more solid. Fuck me, Southampton have scored again. Beattie with a goal, Paul Murray with the assist. Fucking hell, 6 minutes to go. Can Southampton draw this level? It's 3-4 now in favour of Leeds. Beattie goal, Murray assist. 2 goals in 2 minutes for the Saints. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you get this with Saints. Viduka owners just go, I hope they go for it. Yeah, 7 goals. Nothing for Ian Hart owners at the moment. Listen, if you went early, you obviously got that return at Anfield at the weekend, which would have been a great bonus. But he had away with minus doubling 7 million. Decent for what he's doing at the moment. Mark Dooley saying, Viduka get a fucking tackle in. Graham S says, Lescott and Christie on the radar for the double game week. Fuck off, man. Leicester lead Spurs. Adi Akinbaye has got his second. Dennis Wise with the assist. Moving on. Cal went Kylie over Seaman today. I'm sure it won't hold. Alex Turner, Jaskalainen for some reason. David Strom as Rufus auto sub in his free hit team. Ryan Foley, Hendry, Lescott, Rufus. We're all on your bench, blood. That's not impossible. On your bench, Ryan. Your bench. James Street. Luke has been tipping Lescott since the signing. Great jumper. The fuck? I said last week I nearly got him. Listen. Pep talk. Why did I bother to sign Hart? You know exactly why you signed Hart. If you have a heart for away games, you've got to be prepared for shit. Alan Cronin, my 2 keepers hanging on to clean sheets. Kylie and Gerrard. Gerrard's not playing, mate. Need to get a David James, Nicky Weaver OOP going. No, you don't, mate. FPL Cobbler, think Saints need to press and press for everyone forwards and leave a gaping hole at the back. Exactly. Ed Cannon, Kylie clean sheet, 100% guaranteed, boys. Oh my days, did you do that? On the Akinbaye goal, King couldn't deal with him earlier and Poyet can't deal with him now. Leicester looks what likely to be a winner through Adi Akinbaye. He rises high on the corner and heads home. He's been unplayable tonight. And on the Beattie goal, which gives Saints hope at St Mary's. Well, Southampton are right back in the mix now. Murray puts a hopeful cross into the box, but Beattie attacks it fantastically well, swatting Radaby aside to rise high and send a bullet header past Martin. A few minutes to find an equaliser. Scala says, hope Martin's on 12 saves. I wouldn't bank on it. FPL Andy, fuck's sake, Tottenham. Yeah, tell me about it. Pep Talk says, Leeds concede loads of away goals. Eric Charles says, when's the highlights of this game showing up? 3-4 Southampton Leeds Classic. I understand that Luke Disable's going to show us a full video of highlights with graphics and 3D match engines at 10 p.m. on the Championship Manager YouTube channel this evening. Woodwork's been here at Ewood Park. Liverpool so close to a late equaliser. Smeetser gets on the end of Vignal's free kick, but sees his header come back off the bar before Marn clears. It would have been harsh on Blackburn, who have been the better side here. Sounds like Liverpool players may not be in the bonus. Joe, I feel like, mate, you're a little obsessed with Tottenham. Because every tweet you send is everything in the chat is just about Spurs, mate. Get over it. It's all good. Ari Travis says, my only clean sheet is Cooper on the bench. Listen, not too many are going to have many of them clean sheets. Charlton, Derby, Everton, Bolton. So the majority of us will be in it together on none. FPL Chancellor Dennis Wise, an assist machine in this sim, might just get him straight back in. Injury time. Will we see late drama as we enter injury time? Leicester and Chelsea look safe, holding Spurs and Villa at arm's length respectively. Solid, professional, seeing out the game there. Chances still coming at St Mary's, but mostly for Leeds. Dot. You know what I'd love to see here rather than a Viduka goal? McPhail goal. Aaron Lager says, come on you mighty foxes. Sorry, not sorry, James. Aaron, you're okay. Aaron, we speak about it. Planet FPL main podcast, Monday night. Lots of love, brother. Nice Godfrey, last minute went Schmeichel. KG_007. So much for the Spurs away form. Listen, Spurs ain't had no form, and there ain't no such thing as form in this game. Great save at Highbury. Unlucky Arsenal so close to a deserved equaliser in injury time. Wah, wah, wah. Parler finds Van Bronckhorst in the box. He hits it with venom, but Bartes does really well to turn it away. Penalty aside, the Frenchman has been outstanding today. Bartes possibly in for bonus. Andrew Martin, Rufus is great, never misses a game. Yeah, that's exactly why he's in my squad, mate. And I understand that because you put that in the chat, you probably already simmed ahead and know that he's going to miss game week 20. Ram, come on, Viduka, bag the fourth. Alan Mott Daddy, something for Hart, please. Just think, another Saints goal, and it's a new for Ian Hart owners. Gary Shepherd says, McPhail on the bench, don't score. Ian McAllister, Meduka missed pen, McPhail nets rebound. Fingers crossed. FPL captain Chris, turn them red. We are done. That's it. A very big evening, particularly for Mark Viduka captainers and in the title race for Manchester United, who have won 2-1 at Highbury, with goals from Ruud van Nistelrooy and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer cancelling out Demetrio Albertini's penalty for Arsenal. Blackburn have beaten Liverpool 3-2. 2-for-2 guy. A goal for Marcus Bent. Robbie Fowler was amongst Liverpool's goal scorers. Charlton beat Fulham 1-0. A goal for Sean Bartlett. Chelsea beat Villa 2-1. Goal and an assist for Idaho Johnson. Dion Dublin amongst the scorers for Villa again. And not for the first time this season, Chelsea lose a late potential clean sheet. Emmanuel Petit had got their crucial second. Derby have beaten Sunderland by 2-0. Goals for Malcolm Christie and Craig Burley in the first half. Didn't hear Kevin Phillips' name mentioned in that game at all. Everton beat league leaders Middlesbrough 2-0 with goals from Mark Prembridge and 17-year-old Schumacher, not the racing driver, on debut. Leicester let a 2-0 lead slip against Spurs, but won it late on 3-2. Adiyang Akinbayi with a brace on his first league start of the season. Robbie Savage also on target for Leicester. Spurs' goals scored by Ziege and Poyet Everson with 2 assists. Newcastle won 3-2 against Ipswich. Goals from Bellamy, Dyer, Amiobi, and a treble of assists from Olivia Bernard. Alan Armstrong had scored both of Ipswich's goals, both assisted by Finidi George. Leeds 4-3 winners at St Mary's. Beattie with a couple for Saints, completely overshadowed by Mark Viduka, 3 goals and an assist to add to Robbie Keane's goal. Leeds assisters in full: Viduka, McPhail, Batty and Kuehl. And Bolton Wanderers have won away from home at West Ham and kept a clean sheet. Goals from Rod Wallace and Diawara. Henrik Pedersen amongst the assisters. One final thing. He's very humble and doesn't want the limelight. But forgive us, mate. Just for this one moment, I'd invite you to take a minute to thank James Alapron for his amazing skills and the incredible number of hours he's put into the sheets. A true legend. Bonus points coming. Well done, James. Well done, Mr. Alapron. You lot didn't think I was going to do that for a whole fucking minute, did you? I wouldn't make great TV. Well done, James. Absolute superstar, mate. Thank you for giving us our time on Planet FPL 24 as well. It was lovely speaking to you, my man. Don't be a stranger. Slide in my DMs anytime you like, mate. What a star. Well done, mate. The official account has decided they want to start with bonus at Filbert Street. Top bonus, unsurprisingly, goes to Adi Akinbayi. 2 bonus points makes James smile. Gus the Bus. Gus Poyet, 2 bonus points. Nice. There is 1 bonus point. Stop DM me, you fucking pricks, man. Don't give me 2 minutes of my life. Oh, Jesus. 1 bonus point is a load of players. Frank Sinclair, Damien Delaney, Jerry Taggart, Dennis Wise, Robbie Savage, Andy Impey, Casey Keller, Darren Anderton, Christian Ziege, Chris Perry, Stefan Everson. All in the bonus points. All got 1 bonus point. So Akinbayi 3, Poyet 2, all them others I mentioned 1. Also 1 save point bonus for Ian Walker. 3 save point bonus, for Casey Keller. 2 bookings in the match for Gus Poyet, who'd captained Spurs today, obviously scored in the bonus and booked. And for Leicester's Matt Heath, Akinbaye's man of the match performance was a 10 out of 10. Leicester's sole change was McAnuff for Is It on 55 minutes. Is it? Spurs had replaced the injured Dean Richards with Ledley King on 6 minutes. Bazali replaced Sergei Rebrov with Richard Johnson on 38. Andy Rushbury replaced Goran Bunjevcevic with a minute to go. That's all you need to know from Leicester Spurs. On to St Mary's. Top bonus goes to Robbie Kitten. Top bonus goes to Mark Viduka. There are 2 bonus points for Paul Murray and James Beattie of Southampton. That is it on the bonus. No save point bonus. 1 booking in the match for Mark Draper, who was replaced on 54 minutes with Rodriguez by McDonald and Oakley. Neil Moss replaced the hapless Paul Jones in goal for Southampton on 72 minutes. Leeds, no changes at all in the game. I wonder if that's key with a 3-day turnaround until game week 20. No changes. Nigel Martin with a 5 out of 10 rating. Viduka's man of the match was a 10 out of 10. Obviously, the Saints boys who picked up bonus were on 9s out of 10s. On to St James's Park. Top bonus goes to... No, not this week, kids. Olivia Bernard, 3 assists, 3 bonus points. Brilliant return. And 2 bonus points for the 2 that combined for both of Ipswich's goals for Needy and Alan Armstrong. There's 1 save point bonus for Matteo Sereni. That's it on the bonus. No bookings in that fixture. Bernard's man of match performance was a 10 out of 10. The 2 Ipswich boys with bonus on 9s out of 10s. Chris Makin with a 5 out of 10 for Ipswich was replaced on 69 minutes by Jermaine Wright. Ipswich also made injury time changes. Ashley Nichols and Marcus Stewart back available. Played an injury time appearance coming on for Pablo and Maurizio Trico respectively. Newcastle replaced Craig Bellamy with goalscorer Shula Amiyubi on 50 minutes. And Delapo come off for Cole Court on 69. Off to Goodison Park, and in the absence of Alan Stubbs, the only other Everton player that in my opinion is worth considering, has picked up top bonus. That's David Weir. 2 bonus points also for Steve Simonson, Gary Naismith, David Unsworth, Mark Pembridge, Joe Max Moore, Stephen Schumacher, Ugo Egiog, and Paul Ocon, who made a 51st minute substitute appearance for Jonathan Greening. Parnaby had obviously replaced Dean Gordon on 56 as well. There's also 1 save point bonus for Simonson. David Weir's man and match rating was an 8 out of 10. All of those in the bonus on 8 out of 10. The only booking of the match was Everton's Watson, who replaced Alex Anderson as a 53rd minute substitute. Top bonus at Pride Park. Well done, mate. Goes to Jolyon Lescott. 2 bonus points to Mark Poom, Horatio Carbonari, Simo Valacri, Malcolm Christie, Craig Burley, Neil Sullivan, Stephen Schwartz, Gary Teal, Julio Arca. 1 save point bonus for Mark Poom. And I'm kicking myself about Lescott. 2 yellow cards in the match were for Bart Williams and Schwartz. Bart Williams was replaced by Jody Craddock on 55. Derby also used a substitute in the same minute. Blatzitz for Steve Elliott. Elliott does not get clean sheet points. Seth Johnson came off on 63 minutes to be replaced by Branko Strupar, interestingly. Onto the Valley. Top bonus. Rubber leg mate. Dean Kiley has got top bonus for Charlton. Also has 1 save point as well. It is a 10-point return for Charlton's Dean Kiley. 2 bonus points also for Radostin Kishishev, Mark Fish, inevitably Richard Rufus, Gary McAllister, Sean Bartlett, Martin Corrigan, Wadu and Steve Marley. 1 booking in the match was for Fulham's Andy Melville, replaced on 79 minutes by Zach Knight. Mal Bronk replaced Lee Clark on 61. Sahar, 1 pointer off on 53, replaced by Barry Howes. Charlton's changes were all after the hour. Reed, Stewart, Johansson on for Robinson, Yule and Wilcox. Robinson picked up an injury in the 73rd minute there. Top bonus at Upton Park goes to, someone said they had Colin Cooper on their bench. Yep, he's got top bonus. Colin Cooper, top bonus in the West Ham Bolton match. And there are 2 bonus points for the front 2, Rodney Wallace and Henrik Pedersen. 2 save point bonus for Shaka Hislop. Suggests this probably wasn't a fluke result. 1 save point also for UC Jääskeläinen. Neil Madison and Steve Lomas bizarrely picked ahead of Joe Cole with the 2 players booked in the match. Lomas was replaced on 61 by Todorov. Breckin replaced Schemmel on 67. Jermaine Defoe had replaced Freddie Canute on 56. Bolton also made a change pre-hour. Diawara coming on for Kevin Nolan on 56. Ricketts and Bo Hansen just after the hour for Franson and Warhurst. Cooper's man of match rating was an 8 out of 10. I really don't like it when you don't do these in order, guys, because I can't remember what I've done and what I ain't done. Top bonus at Ewood Park does go to a Liverpool player. Goes to Vladimir Smica. 2 bonus points for Jason McAteer, Henning Berg, 2 guy, Matt Jansen, Marcus Bent, Corrado Grabby, and Robbie Fowler. 1 save point bonus for Alan Kelly and 2 for Jerzy Dudek, who we'd heard during commentary was performing quite well. 1 booking in the match was for Liverpool's opening goal scorer, Jamie Redknapp. Liverpool's sole change was Stephen Wright for Vegard Hegem 5 minutes before the end. Blackburn replaced David Dunn on 50 minutes with Alan Mahon and also made an injury time change with John Curtis being replaced by Damien Duff. I don't presume anybody still has our old friend Duffers. Are there any I've missed here? Is that it? I don't know if it is or it isn't. Stamford Bridge, top bonus goes to Emmanuel Petit. 2 bonus points to Mario Melchior, John Terry, Marcel Desailly, Ida Johnson, Olaf Melberg, Steve Stone. 1 save point bonus for Kudicini. 2 again for Schmeichel. Bookings in the match for Johnson and Boateng. Chelsea replaced Carboni with Stanic on 50. Made 2 further changes on 65. Lampard and Zenden replaced by Morris and Gronkial. Villa had made a change 1 minute before the hour. Cashlaw replacing Hendry and also used Hadji to replace Merson on 65 minutes. I think that might be it. I'm not sure. If I've missed anything, I'm not sure what I've missed. I think that's it. Oh, United. We haven't had United yet, have we? No. Arsenal United. Top bonus goes to Fabian Barthez. 2 bonus points for Oleg Luzny, Tony Adams, Ray Parler, Francis Jeffers, Gary Neville, Luke Chadwick, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and inevitably Ruud van Nistelrooy. 1 save point bonus for David Seaman, 2 for Fabian Barthez. So I make that despite conceding a 7-pointer for Barthez. But I say he can never get more than 6 with a clean sheet. 7-pointer for Barthez. Is it just the anomaly of the difficult Arsenal fixture? The official count says Arsenal unlucky to lose this. Barthez man of match says it all. Is their title bid over in December? No, fucking hope so. 3 bookings in the match for Luzny, Albertini and Laurent Blanc. United lost David Beckham injured on 23 minutes. Was replaced by Luke Chadwick. Solskjaer then replaced Paul Scholes on 28 in a reshuffle. And United also replaced Dennis Irwin on 49 minutes with Phil Neville. Arsenal's changes were late. Bergkamp and Lundberg replacing Henry and Albertini, who was booked and also scored. Before we show you the Premier League table, a little reminder that FF Scout _Luke will be streaming any minute over on the official Fantasy Champ Man YouTube channel, revealing injury news and giving his reaction to the game week as well as answering your questions. Much to discuss. I won't therefore keep you any longer. Thank you very much for your support this evening. I hope your hours are green. If you're leaving and you haven't, drop the video a like. Quiz is out today. Premier League debuts. Don't watch that now. Go and watch Luke first. come back to that. Clash of the Correspondents tomorrow. Adam Hopcroft, FPL Blade, importantly talking about Villa and Sheffield United ahead of the big return to FPL with the double game week. Remember, no Champman FPL stream this coming Saturday. If you don't know what to do, catch up with Planet FPL 24. Thank you very much to all the donations that are taking us over £6,000. I won't go through the top scorers, etc. Most of the information is already available on the graphics, and you can go and have a look on Twitter. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer because I know a lot of you will want to go and watch Luke. Thank you very much, guys. Brilliant support, great fun, great night. Be nice to each other. Stay safe. Ciao for now.